what is up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rav Esparza. We are back for the main event of UFC 255, or the main card, as I guess we should say. We appreciate you for stopping in. We're so stoked. We have a fight companion that we do for this broadcast. Right now, we see Gain making his way into the octagon. Junior Dos Santos will be making his way in just a few seconds. So very stoked for that. Very pleased you could be joining us. Big shout out to our friends over at NogiBJJgear.com. Use promotional code GRAPPLINGHOUR15 to save 15% off of whatever you put on your cart. Also, give some shout outs to our friends over at Manscaped. If you use the promotional code VerbalTap, you take 20% off of whatever you put in. Junior Dos Santos is making his way out right now. So I get it. Some of you aren't going to buy this pay-per-view. That is why you have us to walk you through it. We're more than happy to do play-by-play, give you notes, give you everything that we see, plus, some surprises as the night goes on. Can't be happier about this. I'm very stoked to see who you guys have in the comment section. The way this works is any fighter that gets a finish gets a toast, a cheers from us here on the show. And you yourself can also get a toast. How does that work? It's very simple. Give us a like and a share on Facebook, and we will give you a toast live on air. That's as simple as it is. So, super happy, super stoked. It's just what it is here, friends. We're going to do some great work, and I'm super pleased that you guys could be here for the ride for this wonderful, wonderful UFC 257 event. We're also about to go live over on Instagram, but feel free, look at this. BKR Amani says, what up, buddy? What up, buddy, to you, sir? Appreciate you being here. We are going to have a very, very nice night, and I'm so glad that you're joining us. We're going to do it. It's going to be good. You guys are going to enjoy it. All right, let's also go live on our Instagram Live. There we go. That should be a good color right there. We're going live in 3, 2, 1. Actually, can I name this? I guess I can't. Title. Yes. While we've got you here, tell me who you think is winning. Do you have Gain or do you have Dos Santos in this fight? Hit me up in the comment section and let's get this party started here, friends. All right. UFC 256 fight companion. Let's go. Boom. Add title. And here we are. We are at the main card. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rav Esparza. We're coming to you live on all fronts. We've got all of our friends over on our main channels over on this side. That's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Here with you guys. We're so stoked that you're joining us. And let's see, Urban LA Boot Camp. Glad you're joining us as well. I see a note here for Santos, so that means that BKR Almani is going for Dos Santos here. Hey, Bryce, I want to ask, how does the sound come through? Do you hear me nice and clear? Does it sound more clear than it normally does? Would love to get some feedback on that. Appreciate you over on the main broadcast. I'm still waiting to hear who other people are going for or rooting, I guess, against, because it seems like a lot of people are a little confused as to where they want to go. They feel for Dos Santos. They wonder why he's still fighting. And yet, here we are. So, that's what we're going to do. It sounds great. That's what I like to hear. That is what I like to see. And I love to see all of you joining us here this night. And look at this. I asked for some feedback and for BK Armani, who says, perfect voice. Well, come on. I don't think I have a perfect voice. I have an incredible voice. No, I'm just kidding. Appreciate you giving me the feedback on that. We are trying out the earbud version for our Instagram fans because apparently you cannot live cast to Instagram. So those of you who are watching on these other channels, you're excuse me, you're seeing a little bit different of a broadcast than the folks who are watching on Instagram. But we are off to the races right now. 4:54 on my card. Hopefully we do not have too much of a delay or lag, but we should be in real time with everybody else at this particular juncture. 4:45 here, Dos Santos in the black trunks, Gain in the blue trunks. And earlier, when we put this up to a vote, our fans were telling us that they believed that the person that they wanted to see win here tonight was going to be none other than, wait just 1 second, Gain is putting on the pressure on once Dos Santos over against the cage. God, these guys are so freaking tall. Christopher James Velez chiming in saying, yo, we appreciate you, bro. Give us a like and a share, and we will give you a toast on air. Them's the rules. You know that, of course. But earlier today, we did a vote, and 57% say that they think that Gain is going to win this. However, and it says RDS. Can't do that, my friend. BKR says, I always follow you, bro, but we want to see the fight live. I totally understand that, but here's what you need to understand about what I do. If I show you the fight, I don't exist anymore. So I work hard to do this channel. This is my way of saying, here's how you can know what's happening in the fight. In a perfect world, yes, you wouldn't have to pay anything for it. But see, that's how paywalls work. So if you need to go somewhere else, you're more than welcome to. We're just going to roast you and say that you're poor. But we appreciate you being here. But yes, thank you for the feedback. Anyway, already in the fight game, we are going in very nice here. And we've seen some good start in the first 2 minutes with Gain, putting it on. Ooh, nice connect on that kick from him, though. Beautifully done. Junior Dos Santos, again, I think, how old is he in his 40s now? And it says, anyway, enjoy, brother. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much, man. Woo! You know, one of the things you just can't count off is the fact that Junior Dos Santos is somebody who you'd like to just say, he's old, can't fight anymore. He's still got hands. That's something you still have to contend with. And Gain doing a very respectable job here, trying to chip away at the legs. Connected there on the chin. Dos Santos starting to back up a little bit. The trunk color, as a reminder to everybody, blue for Gain, black for Dos Santos. And as we see them in what is the 3rd minute of fight regulation time here, nice kick to that knee section, who switches it back up to a kick off of his switched stance there, which, tough to do. You're going to see JDS just trying to stalk him, and there was an uppercut attempt there by Gain. Does not connect with it, but chipping away. Oh, there is a low blow, so we need to take a moment. If I am Junior Dos Santos, I am taking the full 5. Just going to say that. It is unnecessary to try and get back out there if you do not have to. And yes, a cup check from one Christopher James Velez. Appreciate you, bro. I'm just so glad that that's the comment that Christopher James Velez is coming in with. All right. I see the share. Chris, I'm going to give you a toast in a little bit. We always take care of everybody who watches us. Appreciate y'all. Loving the likes. I see likes from BKR. I see a like from Megan. I have not seen a share, but you give us that like and the share, you know you're getting a toast in just a moment. So you don't want to go anywhere. You want to stay with us. You want to party with us all night long. I know that. That's how it go. Because that's what we do. Oof. Appreciate all of you watching on Periscope as well. Feel free to give us some hearts there. That also attracts people to go ahead and watch along with us. It's the least that we can do. You are seeing Gain continue to put the pressure on Junior Dos Santos. Nice kick to the midsection there from Gain. Ooh, it was a good switch of hooks between the two gents. It does connect for both of them. And right back at chipping away on that knee. Good kick to the midsection. Oof. That was one of the weirder catches and releases that I think I've seen in somebody trying to get away from a caught kick like that. Look at that. Bryce finally accepted a like to like us on Verbal Tap. It took you goddamn long enough, Bryce. Thank you. Look, that it took years for you to become. I've known you for how long? And you're barely liking us here at Verbal Tap? How dare you, sir? But we are broadcasting this off of Grappling Hour. Ooh, nice catch there by Sagano. Look at that, man. Sagano showing some signs of life here, which are very, very well done. He is swinging here. All right. last 2 seconds. We will go to a second round in just a second. And I like this. There's a note from Christopher James Velez. It says, ooh, our date S connects. Well, feeling that thus far in. Appreciate y'all. Checking on over this way. Gonna give us some extra shares just in case people have not been playing along with us all night. We're just we're enjoying what we're doing here, friends. We're having a blast. Hopefully you are having a blast. Let's just double check on our broadcast if it is airing live. Hopefully we are on. What is up, Shango? It says, I did not realize I didn't have you on Facebook. You dummy. Look at you. Yes, we are broadcasting live on our... What is this? On our Periscope as well. Look at that. Just doing our due diligence here. We go into the second round. Gentlemen, touch gloves. Shango, how'd you like that last one? What is up, Tone at? Thank you so much for joining along with us. Nice kick there by Gain. Woo! It's shaping up to be a very, very nice round between these gents right now. All right, looking to see how you guys felt that first round went. Obviously, says great night of fights those so far. From that is from Shango. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I would agree with you, bro. We'll have to see how it progresses. Obviously, I think I am most excited for Tony. We're all very nervous to see how he's going to do here tonight, but he is apparently there. Woo! Junior Dos Santos literally did a spinning back fist and then looked like he dropped something, like something fell out of his shorts. He was like, oh shit, did I have my wallet in there? ESPN is tweeting out right now some early heat from JDS. So that's how you can tell. They're trying to pump up his performance because he's the fighter you know, and you're trying to get some heat off of that. But, you know, I wouldn't say he's coming with too much fire. I thought that Gain's coming with a little bit more fire. For interpretation, obviously. Good kick. Good switch there over by Gain. Now we're going to see what happens when we press forward a little bit more. He's keeping his distance right now. Dos Santos kind of swatting away the leg kick. Problem is he really can't bend anymore at this point. Junior Dos Santos is basically looking at him like, dude, I don't got time for this. And Junior Dos Santos, oof. I see this note, which is JDS is looking good considering his age. Yes, agree. Unfortunately, we do not do that. Like, you know what? You were supposed to get a 10-8 round. Ugh, he's got crack there right now. But considering his age, we're going to say it's a 10-9. Nah, look at this. Never mind, this is the end. Look at you, Christopher James Velez. Kiss of death right there. And it says, damn, out. Yeah, no shit. What's up, Heather? I mean, Gain looks, all things considered, very, very, very composed in his win. He looks like he's just kind of like, yeah, you know, I won. No big. Elbow to the back of the head. Okay, let's look at that replay then. I mean, what is up, Kevin? I'm going to need to see that replay right here. Good jab there. I don't know. Yeah, this might be it there. That's the back of the head that really sends him down. So let me see if I can give my interpretation of what I'm seeing here. I think the back of the head. I see a note from Chris that says, ouch, that looks incidental though. So yeah, I think he was on his way out. I think what I call the hard reset button that humans have as well as computers where you just kind of like, I think that button got tagged a little bit there. I mean, Joe Rogan is saying it's more on the back of the head too. I think we're all on the same page, but I think it was the jab that initially, it did what it was supposed to do. Oh, Dos Santos is now trying to tell him it's the back of the head. Okay, there's a hug, but still some words being exchanged. Uh, well, what are you supposed to say, though, if that's the case? I mean, they're going to show it again. So here's what I would say. I think he's got a case to make on that. I would tell you, though, the initial jab that set it up was what I saw him start to be on Dream Street with. Now, that doesn't mean he should be out 100%, but that did not look great. But Trevor Whitman, I guess, got brought in and said he was turning away. I don't think there should be any complaints there. I'd have to agree with that too. Oops. Hey, look at Tap Cancer Row joining us. Hey, bud, how did the event go today? Did you get some good responses? Appreciate you doing it, man. I mean, obviously, it's a hell of a time to be doing it, but you guys obviously always do great things, and we support you. Yeah, I kind of get that. And Lex chimes in and says, that room smells like semen. How would you know? Also, why? Okay. Thank you for your comment. Appreciate it. I enjoy when we get people from Periscope because it's sometimes like they've just learned certain words and they want to share it with us. And I think that was the case there. Christopher James Willis says, well, interesting. Does the replay get to change the results? It could. If they argue it, I don't think it will in this case. That is my humble opinion. I mean, Trevor comes in, makes the case that you're kind of turning away. I would like to hear what he's going to say in this post-fight interview so we can kind of make some notes. I mean, Ariel Helwani is saying it's a tough one to call. I don't know. Here's the good news. I don't have to call it. I am not in charge of any part of this. What is up, Angel? Angel Pharma. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. But with that, Cyril Gane is now 4-0 in the UFC. That's an impressive feat to be able to pull off. So, congratulations to him. Ooh, like I said, it says I would be pissed if that happened. That looked illegal to me. I hear you. Yeah, I don't know. I even as many times as I see it, it's dicey. Let's see what he has to say. Joe Rogan is asking about the illegal strike to him. He says, I was not sure when I'm finished the fight. He really was confident that I touched him in the back of the head. I don't know exactly. We'll see. I mean, to his credit, Cyril's not saying, like, no. Cyril's saying, I don't know, maybe. And he's saying because he turned his head, which is the tough part. It says, maybe I'm pissed because I lost another pick. That would probably be it, if I'm guessing. I think that Joe's struggling to figure out how to do this interview, considering there's a very controversial finish. All right, he says he's happy. Well, I guess that's it's good enough for us then, kids. Well, good for him, dude. And that brings us to yet another moment in this. And it says, well, dude, I can respect that Gain is being a sportsman. I can too. What is up, Sven? Good to see you back. I guess we should update everybody on how Sven saw that one going down, because he did give us permission. So here's the note. Sven picked Gain on that one. I don't know what it is. I think it might be when Sven shows up here, his picks do get compromised. So I want Sven to show up. I don't know what to tell you. I would rather he show up and be wrong than, have anything else happen. So suck it, everybody. Let's go back to our notes here. I'm going to just move this way. You guys can move with me for a split second this way. Dan Hubler gave us his prediction picks, and he was saying earlier today that Holland, Oliveira, and Figueiredo are your closest bet markers. Now, just to let you know why you should go for Senor Oliveira, because I was curious as to why he was suggesting they should make notes on that. So his notes for Oliveira say, Tony can be a slow starter and give up early rounds. If we look back at his recent fight history, he obviously gave up the first round against Gagey, but he also lost the first round to Cerrone, Lee, RDA, Venata, Barboza, and so on. In fact, one could argue that the only fight Tony has won from bell to bell in the last 5 years was his second round stoppage over Pettis. And even in that fight, Pettis had his moments early when he was able to dictate the pace of the fight. Tony is the correct favorite here, as he has been the more reliable fighter over the course of his career. That being said, this fight, it is likely to be a close one, and a split decision here would not be shocking. That being said, Dan is taking the fighter with the free points at nearly even odds, a no-brainer. So he is telling you, if you got some time right now, put some money on him. He has also mentioned, as we talked a little bit about earlier, with Holland being a plus 100 underdog, saying, Jacare slowed down. His stand-up has given some lackluster performances as of late. And while he is a submission threat, Holland comes into this fight as a massive 9-inch reach advantage fighter. And that should be enough tools to keep Jacare at range. So with that, it does look like you might want to bet on those folks. So the odds for those of you who are watching over on this way, he did mention Fiziev, he was right on the money. Holland, 5-5. We'll see how that plays out. Oliveira, plus 3.5 at a negative 120. So a bet 5 to win, 417. Those are all Dan Hubler's notes. Hopefully they bring you some cash. He's been pretty consistent with us here on the show. All right, back to you guys and the notes that we have at hand. We'll go over our main event in a little bit. And Christopher James Velez does say this, Sven, and he did just leave for a second, but we will, bring him back up to this in a moment. But it says, I think the Sven factor is a real thing. I mean, the Rafael factor is a real thing. If there is a fighter named Rafael, you probably should vote for them. Just saying. It doesn't perfectly work out as a statistic, but 60% of the time it works all the time. So, good enough for me. Oh, we're going to give a couple more shares just to make sure everybody is continuously up to date with our notes. And I'm going to say with a retweet, we watching the main card now for UFC 256. Join us. Bam. All right. Well, I'll take who you guys think is going to win this next fight, and I will give you guys an opportunity to let me know in the comment section. Do you have Kevin Holland like Dan Hubler was suggesting, or do you have Jacare? It is tough to go against Jacare. And it says, what is the beer of the fight companion? I'm disappointed in this one, so I'm just going to put this one down very quickly. This is East Brothers. It's okay. It's a Bohemian Pilsner, or as it says on the can, Bo Pills. So I don't know. Bryce says, every time I watch a Poirier Hooker highlight, I get a half chub. Well, maybe some things are better kept to yourself. I know we encourage a lot of participation on these chats. That is one that I would probably recommend not sharing with everybody. And I mean, if you want to share, that's fine. I just, I'd hate to tell that to your family. I'd hate for this clip to get out and say that. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you having our back, bro. East Brothers, pick it up, you say. I mean, listen, dude, I'm trying not to rain on their parade. Maybe it's just not what I was expecting tonight. But right now, the more, like, I've had it out... Oh, this is fucking Kool-Aid at this point, essentially. This is water, colored water, because I'm a child. And it helps me to keep a good, healthy amount of water in my system, especially today. Now, there is a reason when Sven comes back, I do want to tell him something that I think will make him happy, even if his picks do not come all the way through. But yes, here's the beer. The longer time that I've had the beer out, the better it's gotten. And normally beers don't have that, so I will give it that. And Christopher James Velez says he's got Jacques Ray. Bryce, who do you got? People in the chats, sound off. Tell me who you guys have in this next fight coming up. Oh, I mean, it just feels like a flat thing. What's up? Oh, look at this. A member of my stable, my heel stable. We got Kevin gracing us, Kevin Ross. Kevin, I get lost on some of the monikers for you kids. Are you the father to all the light skins? I'm not really sure. I thought at one point that was a moniker you were going by, but I could be wrong. Please tell me in the comment section. And then tell me, who do you have in the next fight? Do you have Kevin Holland or Jacques Ray? I'm curious. All of them. Every time I see you goons with these nicknames, all I think to myself is, there's not an adult in the room. Like, there's not one person who says, is this really our best choice? But yet, somehow very fitting for all of you. So, there is that. But see, here's the thing. Kevin came out tonight and he was drinking a Ballast Point. And good for him. And I would say normally I have a better beer selection than him. Tonight, this beer is like, it's so-so. So I can't give him too much shit. But it is a reliable pick. If I go to a place and I don't know the temperature, I will bring that beer as kind of like a middle ground of, I don't know if they're cool or not, if they like to party and how they like to drink. So there's that as a note. As a good reminder, if you guys give us a like and a share on Facebook, we will give you a toast just like we do those fighters who get finishes. And it says, I am to lightskins as Apocalypse is to mutants. Specify which Apocalypse, please, because the Apocalypse in the X-Men film series was garbage. And I felt so disappointed because when you watch it as a child, there is definitely a moment where you hear it and it all makes sense to you because the dude talks with a thing with Apocalypse. And now I will take all these mutants. And I thought that's a stupid and funny voice, but it makes sense. I saw whatever Isaac was doing in the latest X-Men movie, and I said, this is garbage. This Ivan Ooze. And I like the X-Men's. And Kevin is chiming in and saying, I'm taking Jacare, BT dubs. Good for you, man. Going against the grain, you want to see Jacare win. I vote for Jiu-Jitsu, so I do vote for Jacare. It is always hard to do. When he famously didn't win the opportunity for his title, I was at ADCC covering trials, and somebody had to read me the results. They were like, Raph, Jacare lost. And I just screamed out really loud at that ADCC trials, Jacare! Like you do Richie in La Bamba, because that's what brown people do when they're sad. They just find a field and they go out and they yell in it. I've done that a whole bunch in my life. No, not the movie one. That was atrocious. Man, yeah, that one took a lot out of me. Jacare, though, he's got the moves, dude. Look at the shimmy he's got right now. If you know anything's giving me hope, it's Jacare's shimmy right now. Good for him. He's coming out. He's got some good dance moves. He's going to cut a TikTok on his way on out to the octagon. And as we were mentioning before, you give us a like and a share. We give you a toast on air. We do need to go ahead and take care of one toast right now. And this one goes on out to Cyril Gain. And Cyril, I understand, it's a tough time. A lot of people are telling you, maybe that's an illegal back hit with your elbow. I say, you're pretty much knocking him out. If you're knocking him out with a jab, you deserve this toast anyway. So kudos to you. Don't let that take away from anything. You probably won't ever see this because it's in English, and I think you speak some sort of weird French Canadian. That doesn't matter. Cheers to you, good sir. Much preach. All right. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys right now. And I'm very excited. Sven has come back. A lot of people have wondered. What's up, Cody? A lot of people have wondered, is there a whole method for how, Sven's picks work? And I know Sven takes a little bit of shit on this show because sometimes the opposite things happen that he thinks. I do want to put him over in this sense. So I noticed something, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of a reveal on this side so that people can see what's happening here. I know Sven picks up a lot of shit, but he and I trained for an hour today. It's a little thing I called marathon rounds, and with marathon rounds, you basically get one person, you go for a full hour. It's tough. Sven's a very tough to roll with person. So it's very, very good for me. I lose some weight, I can have the beers that I'm doing here. Here's something you should know, and I really want to give credit to Sven, but Whoop, this little thing that I wear, it monitors how, many kicks and all that sort of shit that you're doing if you're doing combat sports. I have a sleeve, I wear it when I grapple, and I found out today they just started a group on the Whoop for jiu-jitsu. Now granted, we told them their icon still doesn't work. There's currently 250 people on that thing. There's 250 people in this group. That's just within this past week. In training with Sven, I want you guys to see where I landed on that list. Sven, I don't know if you see it or can read it. I know it's backwards, but in case you can't read it, it says out of the 250 people in that group, I was second as a person in the jiu-jitsu community, which is incredibly sick. And it's a true testament to how good of a grappler Sven is. It told me that I was operating at my highest heart rate for 40 minutes of the hour that we trained together, which is pretty dope, right? Now, I think a lot of you would be happy with that result. I was not. I then went to go work with my friend Gabe, and I told Gabe, listen, dude, I apparently have a guy that I'm behind. And Gabe goes, what do you mean? I go, there is a dude who literally is #1 in our group. And he's like, what's his name? I was like, his name is Andrew Ronaldo. Okay? And I definitely went to go look it up because I wanted to see how much he was beating me by. He is beating me by, in Australia, 1 point. There is a maximum, and I'll show this to our main broadcast. There is a maximum of 21 that is known as your strain. So I went to go look up Andrew Reynolds to see what he's into. He lives in Australia. Okay, so first of all, boo. But second, I realized something here, which was that I said, Gabe, give me your worst. Give me everything you've got. Make me lift all of the things. I will work out as hard as possible because I've got to beat this guy. And he's in Australia, so I've got a real shot at beating him. And Gabe and I worked out, and I hit an 8 strain on my workouts with lifting and all of that sort of shit. And still, I only hit 19. So it looks like I'm only going to be second today, unfortunately. But I do want to point this out because it made me think, as a true heel, and you need to be a heel in this life if you're ever going to be a host. But I just want to point out something to Andrew Ronaldo. Motherfucker, you've been taking everything from me. I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of you outranking me on this whoop system. And, this has always been a dream of mine to be #1 for a week when this group was made. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a host. I don't have these things. Most people have better workouts than I do. And yet here we are, me sitting here right now, seeing you taking everything I've been working for my whole life, aka this past week. And I want to tell you, I'm coming for you, man. And I don't know who or where or when, but I will let you know this right now. You are on notice, sir. And I don't even know if you have an Instagram or you're watching this, quite frankly. But I will see if I can tag you. Do you even get tweets in Australia? Do you get messages? Do you have social media? That covers us enough to the actual fight. Anyway. Dead to me. So anyway, I thought that you guys would enjoy that. Kevin Holland, Jacare coming up right now. I'll answer your question in a second here, bro. Yes, I will go back and answer these questions. Good takedown by Jacare, but oh shit, he almost gets swept moments afterwards right here. And Kevin does not want any part of this takedown. However, he's working on a triangle here. It's good control on Jacare, and with these elbows that are making me highly concerned here, Jacare has to take a tactical retreat to get on out of it. Kevin doing an excellent job of putting Jacare right back into the triangle. He's probably, with most people, he would need to watch the arm, but he doesn't even have to worry. He's going to try to take Jacare's... I'm sorry, he's going to try and get a takedown. That would be Jacare. Oh, the elbows. God damn, bro. I'm not in that phase right now. And it says, what kind of app is this? I'll tell you in a second here, Christopher James Velez. And it says, Puerto Raf, where's my toast? You'll get a toast in a second, motherfucker. I just cut a fucking heel promo. You can give me a few seconds to do some play-by-play here. You've got a kind of guillotine grip here, which I don't think is going to be enough because Jacare is posturing out of it quite nicely. This is exactly what Sven does to me anytime I try and get him with the guillotine. Ooh, but he just literally, Jacare slams him on out, and Kevin Holland has a way of finding this triangle consistently. This is what tall people do. They're not really good at things. They literally just do triangles, Sven. And it's annoying, you know what I mean? It's like, you didn't do this. You just have long legs. You should all be able to triangle people. And I see this coming on over from Dane Donovan that says, geez, those were heavy elbows. I would have to agree right now. But, oof, oof, no! No, that looks sad. Christopher James Les, you're not wrong. Fuck, just punching him from the guard. Not only punching him, but he lost his life just sitting up from guard. Like, that looked like a relatively safe place to be. Oh, yeah, show that again. I want to go ahead and point this out. Yes, Dan Hubler continues to be correct on his notes here. Oh, and Jacare is just being able to be sat back down right now. This is... no, Jacare has no idea where he is. That was hard to watch. Dane Donovan just says, what? Oh, that doesn't feel good. Okay. Jacare, feeling he's out of the distance, takes a punch as Kevin Holland stands back up, and then literally Kevin Holland is doing a movie beat down right there. Like, that looks like Joe Pesci beating up somebody in a Scorsese film. That rocks Jacare a little bit, but I've never seen a knockout like that. That was so savage. What the fuck, man? Yeah, that's not good to watch. What's up, that dude, Jason? Good to see you joining us, my friend. Ugh, I really have never seen anything like that. That is pretty impressive to watch. But also, Jacare! Need to go find a field to go out and yell. That too. That was hard to watch. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, dude. Nobody felt good about that one. We're all going to be having nightmare feel about that one. Blah. Well, I'm going to have to do a toast. Toast to Kevin Holland. And I guess I'm going to do a toast to Christopher James Velez too. Nasty knockout. Indeed. Christopher James Velez. I guess I'm going to practice punching people like this. It says, that's some insane KO power. Someone just doing a guard stand-up. I agree, man. Oh, Jacare. And Kevin Holland feeling his feels. Eek. You know, so far, let's, knock on wood and want that. This has been a pretty entertaining card. Let's just be real here, fam. I didn't expect we were going to be this entertained here tonight, but I am pleasantly surprised. Let me see what the note is. Look at this. Appreciate you, Jordan Jitsu. I saw somebody put my name here. Okay, I did get some questions. Bryce, I'm going to get to yours. Let me make sure you're here. All right, Bryce. Yes, you are here. Okay. So, Bryce, you asked a question a little bit earlier. And the question you had was, do you think this this means that these guys will be bringing in a higher intensity than usual? Do you think this will give them that drive they had when they first started climbing the ranks? I think you're talking about Dana White cutting all these fighters. The card is younger and upcoming fighters versus the vets, which means the vets have a lot on the line. Yeah, I think that is part of it. What I would tell you is this. I think that the UFC knows that they need to shore up the next generation of fighters. We're at a point where we lost DC this year, Anderson Silva, a handful of other people. Like, you know, I think they need to build those next stars. And if you get Kevin Holland doing performances like that, that's good business for the industry. It's and for the UFC. It's just bad business for Jacare. Like right now, he's 21-5, which is a pretty good record. His last loss was a submission, a rear naked choke, and that was back in October 2019. Since then, he has fought 5 times in the Corona era, and all of them are wins. Three, four TKO finishes, one decision. It's a good place to be, man. So I would tell you this: he definitely, Kevin Holland also came from a loss against Rafael Lovato Jr., which bodes well about Rafael Lovato's performances right now. Puts him in a good contention there. So big ups to everybody, man. That's everybody wins on that one. Kevin Holland is actually schooling Joe Rogan right now, saying, "Yo, Nico Price, don't forget him, man. Don't sleep on that shit." And Kevin Holland saying, "Listen, the smarter thing to do was to avoid the ground with anybody like Jacare, but he had some tricks up his sleeve." So he's saying, like, if I can't submit people off my back, then maybe I shouldn't be a black belt under Travis Luter. What's up, Johnny Tama? What's up, Duncan? Good to see you guys joining us. Woo! What an incredible night thus far in. Kevin Holland saying he was just so relaxed all night. He had to drink so much water, he felt like he had to pee all night, and if he didn't pee, he would have been asleep. Like he's just in such a relaxed state. Interesting. Kevin Holland is trying to make a campaign to fight in a week again, and it's even surprising Joe Rogan. Ooh, ooh! I love this. This is great. Joe Rogan trying to be the adult right now, being like, I mean, you fighting would be good in a week. I'd like to see it. It's probably not going to happen, but Islam Chimev, he's saying it, yo, dude. Mm, woo, that's some good stuff, man. Yeah, he's saying I know Chimev wanted to fight on the 19th. He fights at 170 and 185, and he's saying, yo, if you want to fight at this weight, I will piece you up. That's beautiful. Uh yeah, every time they show this fucking highlight clip, my own brain takes a siesta, one might say. 256 watch along. All right, so we're going to do a Kevin Holland bet here real quick, or I'm sorry, a toast. Yeah, this cheers goes on out to Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, that was disgusting. I love the fact that you paid homage to one Nico Price when Joe Rogan was trying to put you over. Not only was that dope to see, not only was it a great knockout, but you have the rest of the world and myself scared of you, dude. Please don't ever hit jiu-jitsu people like that. We just aren't equipped for it. Anyway, cheers to you, man. I know you said that you were looking to include the submissions, but that was some great triangle work as well. But much props to you. Cheers, my man. Man, so good. Almost nailed the dismount on that joke too. All right. Here's what I'm going to say. This toast goes on out to Christopher James Velez. Christopher James Velez. Years ago, most people don't know this, and I know that this is something we try not to say too much on the show. When the movie Superbad was coming out, they actually needed to base a character off of him. He was going back and forth, and eventually they secured the rights to his life story as McLovin years ago. And the rest is cinematic movie history. So, cheers to him. That's what we got going on. Cheers to you, Christopher James Velez. How do you get a toast on air? It's very simple. Give us a like and a share on Facebook, and we will give you a live toast just like that, just like the one we did for Kevin Holland, because we are the type of people who do this shit. What is up, Jits Mom? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. We have several people on here who are great, and Jason. My soon-to-be nemesis, as soon as he heals up from his injury, whatever that is. And yeah, we've got some great events still coming up at the end of the year. Thanks for the toast. No, thank you for the share, sir. We thank you, and it's the least we can do to say our appreciation and send it on back to you. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I give this a share as well. But if you're on Periscope, we'd love it if you give us some hearts. And we'd love it on Instagram if you give us some likes and hearts and just press the button just to do it. That dude, Jason, you're asking for it. Dude, how much longer do I have to wait? Like, how long do you need to recuperate? You keep threatening me, and they're all empty threats. And then you're like, I need to get surgery. Mwah. Just saying, dude. At least your brother shows up. You know what I mean? And it's not like he's all that great either. So, I'm just saying. Anyways, let's give this a share to our friends over on the Verbal Tap podcast. We going live, fam. Join in with your comments. All right. So, coming up next, we've got Mackenzie Dern versus Verna Janadiroba. Who do you guys have in the comment section? Go ahead and chime in. I would love to hear it in the comment section to just let me know who you think is going to win. We will keep you guys accountable as the evening progresses. So, that is how you can tell that we are doing the good work here. We make sure to keep everybody there. I see a vote for Dern. I see another vote for Dern. Jiu-Jitsu in the house. We got to make a big... Well, actually, Janadiroba is also a black belt. But either way, Mackenzie Dern is friends with the show. She one time did an interview with me. That was ages ago. Also, I think it got eaten up in the tape, which made me very sad. But it was also a joint interview with Dern and Augusto Mendez. So, like, I don't know if you really want that one now. That's why, like, joint interviews are always weird with couples because you never want them to break up if that happens, and you just feel weird seeing that. And it says here, also, what is the over-under on Dern's accent getting worse or better in the post-fight interview? I mean, Dern is just kind of like our Madonna. You know, she just comes up with a new accent every new album. That's what Dern does, just every new fight. She's like, oh, hi, it's me, Mackenzie Dern. You're like, are you Mario Luigi right now? That's really weird. What? What accent? I'm Mackenzie Dern. I don't have an accent. Pretty sure that's an accent, Mackenzie. But okay, you know, we love you. We got mad love for you. Lazaro, look at you. Welcome to the show. Hope you're having a great day. We're having a blast watching some fights here together. And so far, so good. I've been getting a lot of great feedback from y'all. We're getting a ton of people who are chiming in and telling us the things that they are enjoying, the things that they are not enjoying. Nick Hall, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the UFC 256 telecast. We're happy to give you some narration. We are currently in between fights right now. Coming up, Mackenzie Dern makes her return back over to the UFC cage. Be very exciting to see her back in action. You good to record tomorrow still. Checking it with Sam, who seems to be very pleased with his fight picks, but him and Kevin weren't too far off, so we'll have to see if that pays off. Dude, the drip on Davison Figueroa is top notch. This motherfucker is like, his fashion sense for being a fighter is both the most ridiculous and also the most amazing. Look at the ridiculous scarf that man is bringing into that cage. All about it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. See a note here that says, geez, next week card is stacked. I would agree. I think the UFC is trying to end strong, my friend. Hard to believe, but next week is the last UFC card of the year. So hopefully we send it off in style and do it up big. But if not, you know, I'm going to blame you guys. Not me, you guys. But in the meantime, we continue to see. Let me see what my dog is up to. Anytime she just starts peeking around, all I can think of is, what's she up to? What is up, Adrian? Oh, look at this guy. Speaking of people with Frenchies, Adrian hits me up this week. He has a beautiful dog. But Adrian hits me up in the comment section after I give a sneak preview and I say, hey, if you want more photos of my dog in a ridiculous Christmas outfit, follow her page. She has a page. He hits me up and he goes, post the dog photos or don't, you coward. Don't do that to me. I literally gave you the instructions where you can go see more photos that are coming out sooner than later. Anyway, look at this. Adrian then tells me, tell your dog I said hi, fool. This dude is so scared of me, he had to run to 2 different states. And then when he does come back to visit here in Southern California, he doesn't let a guy know. He doesn't say, yo, what's up, Raph? I want to get some rolls in. Dude's scared. That's all I know. Threats only. I'm following too. You better be, bro. You better be following her. Not going to have anybody else with amazing dogs not following my dog. That's not how this works. But yeah, we've got some adorably stupid, cute dog photos. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show it to everybody on this telecast because he can't see it here. So I'm just going to show you guys. I'll give you guys a little preview of what I'm not going to show him. Because I think it's going to be pretty. This is just, what do you think of that KO now? Sad, but amazing. Because we all fucking love Jacare. And I kind of wish maybe he'd stop fighting. And that makes me think, It says, what is this walkout? She's flapping like a hummingbird. Yeah, I hear you with that, fam. So this is an unedited photo. Oh, look at that. And that's not even one of the ones we're going to use. But yeah. Yeah, bro. What do I tell you? Jacare is like, when somebody's that good at jiu-jitsu, you just kind of want to tell them, listen, dude, come make some money with jiu-jitsu. We'll get you a super fight. What's up, Shakulus? I thought the same thing with that. Seeing Rafael Rodolfo yesterday come back and get subbed, it was sad. It's the second time he's been subbed in competition in what? I think the last person at the black belt level to submit him was Dean Lister. I was back at, I think, ADCC. You know, sometimes you see the people that you idolize, they get old, man, and, you know, props to them for going out there and doing what they love, but sometimes when you're truly an invested fan, you just think to yourself, oh, God, I don't want to see that. That's terrible. Ugh. But there you have it. So that is our note over here in the broadcast world of our response to that. So, Adrian, hope you know that, my friend. Hope everything is going well wherever you are. Hope you're training. Hope all of those good things. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and check. What? Oh, no. That was all you get to see. That's so sad. Dane Donovan coming in and saying, let's go Dern. Good for you, my man. UFC just tweeted out, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on display next. Which, true, it is. Whew, brutal finish from whole end. Yeah, I would agree, man. All right. My picks. Who can I tell you? I'm rooting for Dern. I'm rooting for Tony. And I want to see the era of Davison Figueroa. I'm into it, man. I'm into what that guy puts down. So I'd love to see him win too. I'm honestly okay if the opposite happens on any of those two. So I'm not going to be heartbroken. What's up, Bryce? Welcome back to the show. I'm seeing all these folks. All right. Who do you guys got on this one? Bryce just chimed in, said he's got Dern. I need to hear who you've got on this one, Adrian. You're not getting away, bro. You can't ask me for picks and then just bitch out. You got to come in, too. One of my friends, Sven, of all people, actually, was asking me earlier. He goes, do you do fight picks? Are you allowed to do fight picks? And I was like, yeah, who's going to stop me, man? Do I always do them? No. And it says, I am hoping the Cali Cats make some power moves tonight. Yeah. Oh, God. Jandaroba, look at this, Shango. You would. You would do that. Who came up with this name? And I need to know. It says, I know she's Brazilian, but out of Black House and Atos. Well, she's no longer really out of Black House here in Los Angeles. There was, yes. Holy fuck, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. Somebody, it was from a Leg Kick and Tacos at Leg Kick TKO, says, Swagason Swagerido for Davison Figueroa is so good. That's a great name. Swagason Swagerido. Yeah, that's good. What is up, Ronnie? Who do you got? Do you got Jern or do you got Jandaroba on this one? Let's see if Dern puts it down, my man. Let us see what she does here. Seeing some love for Let's Go Dern. We've got one person here going for Jandaroba. We could see some jiu-jitsu, but it's likely we're going to see some awkward stand-up. And just to remind you guys, so far, Dan Hubler is 2 for 4. So Hubler's doing incredibly well, or as he puts it, do I always have a perfect record when I'm not on the show? Dan Hubler might actually be the reverse Sven. When Sven is on the show, he does terrible. When Dan is on the show, he actually does terrible too. Oh, that doesn't bode well for our guest. Now that I think about that out loud. Well, there you have it. I cannot invite our guest to our show. And yet I do it because I love you guys. I am willing to put their reputations at risk because reasons. Here we go. Beginning of the first round. You got Mackenzie Dern, center of the octagon. You're seeing Jandaroba getting in with a little bit of kind of weird footwork here. Jandaroba is going to make sure that she's going to try and really test Mackenzie Dern's striking here. And usually Dern has been able to get away with some striking elements by really... Ooh. And Dern is making this a very, very ugly cat fight, and it worked, man. She literally realizes, you know what? I've leaned a little bit on my jiu-jitsu in really bad spots, so maybe this is going to be one of those times where we see something really pulled out of her. And it says, hot worker stand up for sure. Yeah. But, you know, hey, man, all things considered, Dern has been pretty right on thus far in her MMA career, so... Oof. I think when Dern is compromised, I don't exactly love where her head movement is, because sometimes that counter's a little bit open there, but that is okay. What is up, Kay Whitaker? 999, good to see you. Glad you are joining us here on the broadcast. Happy to have everybody here. We're watching Dern and Jandaroba in the very first round. Nice. Dern coming in with a couple good hooks here. Kevin, who do you got in this fight? Do you got Dern or you got Jandaroba? And it says, yo, is Trojan a sponsor? Damn, no love for Condom Depot. Yeah, that's apparently the new thing. Though it makes me think, earlier this week, they tweeted out something, and I'll read you the joke that we said in response. What is up, Fernando? Oh, yeah, that's a great meme. Fuck, that's really good. Ooh, Dern. You know, Dern's been making some really good use of some of these flurries that I've seen. You see Jandaroba get out of danger a number of times very quickly, but Dern's making a pretty good case for some improved striking. Mm. Overhand right by Jandaroba does connect on Dern. It looked very nice there. Christopher James Velez chimes in, says Mackenzie Dern's boxing is looking better. Yeah, man, I'm feeling confident about her being able to stand and bang now. Oof, nothing really nice looking about any part of this. Dern in on a single leg here. Jandaroba doing the right defense. Still looks like she has really good posture here to go ahead and stuff it. Dern kind of backs up. Still has the single leg. Is trying to keep herself safe in this particular little exchange. What's up, Mike? I wonder if we'll see Dern come in for a trip here because she is pushing up that knee against the cage, trying to off balance. Jandaroba gives up on the single leg, now almost was smothering the inside of her. What's up, Tim? Good to see you back, man. Woo! So we'll get back to your note about Condom Depot. The note that they said is on here. They have a note on the UFC that said, UFC, protect yourself at all times, dash Trojan condoms. So the joke that we put on, since they're apparently their new sponsor, was so effective, she'll want to take the full 5. Thanks, everybody. That's what we call a walk-off home run joke. So, that's so stupid. That's what happens when you get a condom sponsor. Woo! Look at this. Dern coming in nice right now. 36 seconds on my clock right now. Eek! I mean, Jandaroba is making sure she does not stand flat-footed right in front of her. Welcome back, Sebastian. And I think, obviously, Dern's made some improvements in her striking, where the very first part of it, you wouldn't have guessed that she would have Jandaroba a little bit more on the run, even to the point where, okay, maybe Dern learned, I'm not probably going to get a takedown here, but at the very least, I'm kind of getting some good reads, and, I'm looking pretty strong in my first round. Safety first, indeed, there, Mike. So, this still baffles me, though. Like, this is a thing. So now they're telling Dern maybe triple that jab, and Dern's kind of nodding and saying, yeah, okay, we can do that. Ah. What's up, Haps323? Is that the area code you're in? 323? Ooh. It's always funny when you do see Dern come in. I mean, Dern makes this an ugly looking fight sometimes, even though she's a very nice looking lady. But sometimes when she gets in on these striking exchanges, she's just like head down and see what the fuck is happening. Los Angeles, my dude. Of course, I'm Los Angeles as well. So, seeing the 323, I was like, I know that area code very well. It says, also watching the fights, commentary is on point. That is beautiful to see. Great knees. Ooh, Jandaroba coming in very, very aggressive. And you did see Mackenzie Dern coming in with a hook of her own that did seem to rock Jandaroba. Jandaroba putting out her arms much in the similar way she was flapping them while she was walking out to the octagon just a few seconds prior to this fight starting. She comes in, connects with a great 1-2 on Mackenzie Dern's face, and you are seeing her move a little bit more frenetically this part in. think if anything, the movement could prove to be very, very disorienting to Mackenzie Dern as she's able to keep this pace up for the entire 3 rounds. You see, though, Jandaroba wants a good crack. She really wants to come over the top and see if she can really lay out Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern forging ahead. Nice, nice. And there's something really weird I think that she might have learned within that first round. Every time she gets into those ugly exchanges with Dern, she does tend to try and grab the back of the head, almost pulling her into a quasi sort of clinch kind of position. And then as she does it, she kind of disorients Dern to limit where she can punch from there. It's been very interesting to see how she's utilized that multiple times. Dern to the body a couple times. Good jabs there. And you see Jandaroba come in with a nice, catches her with a left and just trips her up for a split second. Mackenzie Dern now back up on top. Ooh, Jandaroba comes in with a good combination, and Mackenzie Dern ducks out of it. Now pressing her up against the cage. Mackenzie Dern may be feeling that this might be a tougher round for her to win, so as a result, digs in deeper, starts trying to work on the second underhook here. Jandaroba trying to angle her way out along the edge of the cage. Now is reverse position on Mackenzie Dern, and this is going to be interesting to see how she works. Mackenzie Dern working in on some rabbit punches here, and Jandaroba continuing with an assault of knees. Ooh, nice crack there. Yes, again, trying to control the head, breaks away Mackenzie Dern, and they return back to the center of the octagon. We are just about at the halfway point of this fight, and thus far you're seeing a little bit better of a round from Jandaroba. Decent, decent. Okay. Mm. Yeah, every time Dern does come in with like a jab, she literally. Oh, no, an eye poke. No. I saw a note here that just said Dern won that first round. I see a second note from Christopher James Velez that says eye poke. Yes, we did see that. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate you guys. If you give us some hearts or a like and a share on the Facebook, we give you some toasts. So I have no idea who gave us those hearts, but I appreciate it. I'll give you a toast, even though it's like a new rule I guess we're going to start, because we need to do something for the Instagram, folks. I feel so bad for you guys. You guys hang out and you chill with us, and you're a vital part of the show as well. But also, if you give us a subscription over on our YouTube page, we'll give you a toast as well. Speaking of full five, she's like, yeah, I'm okay. Did she just say Toto? Oh, look at that. I see that Just Mike gave us some hearts. This toast goes on out to our pal. It's Just Mike. Mike, listen, dude. I wasn't going to tell anybody this, but for years, you went to all of the ghetto places in all of Los Angeles, and you served as a Santa Claus, and I wasn't going to tell people that. I was going to put you on blast. But those underprivileged kids, they made out for it, and they were happy you did. Granted, we did tell them this year that Santa did die due to COVID, but cheers to you for helping out before. Oof. All right, Jandaroba says that she wants to continue, and we might see some more memes of her as I'm pretty sure one Ron Schneider. So that should be fun. Mackenzie Dern finally gets a takedown, but Jandaroba still finds her way back on up. And it says, I need that glass. So unfortunately, this glass is, I don't think, any longer in print. I used to work at the NBC Guest Relations when I worked at The Tonight Show. And yeah, I have one of the few ones left. So when NBC was closing down here at Burbank, before they, ooh, nice slam by Jandaroba, the person who ran our merch came over to me and just goes, here, have these. And I go, what am I going to do with 20 glasses? Okay. Yes. Love working for NBC. Great company. Crazy, crazy history. And I love to work for The Tonight Show. Well, Jandaroba's mostly going to keep Dern here, it looks like, against the cage for a little bit, and Dern doesn't really have enough space to start utilizing her jiu-jitsu. So this might be a very strategic decision to maybe start gassing out Dern and taking away some of her reaction time. Close guard now from Dern. You're seeing Jandiroba get some strikes from the inside. Dern desperately looking for a leg to maybe get a little bit more of a flower sweep or something to adjust her outside of it. Dern might have the cup underneath. Jandiroba seems to put a little bit more pressure on it, and Dern now coming in. She might have almost for a split second there found a leg to start prying away. 22 seconds is not going to be enough time, in my opinion, to really get a knee bar here, but at the very least, you're seeing Dern start to work pretty well by getting a couple of these awkward strikes and using her feet in excellent form. There is almost an arm that she was able to grab here, but instead Dern trying one last time to see if she can maybe pry over a leg attack, and she runs out of time. We end the second round. We are now getting ready for the third. Dern's face is very bloodied, and you're seeing one of the cornersmen, the cutmen, coming over and starting to quickly address it, almost as if to say, no, Mackenzie Dern, we need this face. So let me see. The comments that we have here, it says, oh, the eye looks red. It really does. And it says, damn, getting in on the leg locking game. Absolutely, dude. So now they're saying, hey, Mackenzie Dern, let's get on top of her and start trying to put the pressure on from on top. Ooh, that's the knee that comes up. It was off of a kick. And again, I think part of that came from Mackenzie Dern just keeping her head down on every one of those punches that she throws. Can't say I'm really surprised by that one, but eek. Here we go. And now, 3, 2, 1. We're back in business here, friends. Mackenzie Dern, I think, realizes she might be a little bit behind. It's entirely possible, especially with that last round. And it says, damn, getting in on the leg locking game. And it says, tie her in a pretzel. Greatest coaching advice. I mean, she's done it before. Mackenzie Dern trying to get a single leg again. Jandiroba putting a little bit of pressure on her in terms of hitting her with some strikes. These elbows look like they are not fun to eat, but I think Mackenzie Dern knows that she has to put in a really good third round to secure, because who knows what the scorecards could be. It looked like she may have won the first. Second one's arguably going to go on over to Jandiroba, so this third round's going to be really important for her. And if she doesn't feel like she can win on the strikes or the feet, it could be very dicey here for Mackenzie Dern, as she's looking a little bit slower on the reaction time too, and you might see Jandiroba take in. Again, look at the way that Dern is throwing these strikes. Every time she winds up, she is literally leaving her head out in the open, just kind of like forging down. So you can tell, like, the striking game for her, it is come along, and it's just when you get tired, a lot of your instincts start to really play through. It looks like every time Jandiroba, if you take a look, she throws a strike, and Mackenzie Dern puts her head down both to throw a strike and to avoid it. Which then, I guess in that last exchange when there was a kick, if that kick happens again, you wonder, can Mackenzie Dern eat that again? I mean, this is a good fight. And again, for what she makes up, or what she lacks, she definitely makes up. Mackenzie Dern coming in on a mission. It says stay on the strikes from Christopher James Velez. Maybe I think Mackenzie Dern knows that she can't keep that output at such a high volume there. I think she's exhausting her, and I know that you're saying Dern is hurting her, but I think Dern is tired, and she's trying to wrap up that leg. I heard a no. Yep, I'm a little nervous here, but Mackenzie Dern can do good things from her guard. We'll see what this is going to go. It's a good time to get a switch. Jandaroba may have a good opportunity here to work. Mackenzie Dern trying to literally, oh, attack like she's in some sort of Tim Burton film, literally like a spider. Last 2 minutes of arguably the toughest fight of Mackenzie Dern's career. Trying to come in with an uppercut does not connect, and it's, I mean, she's hitting all the buttons on the joystick at this point. Oof. Joe Rogan calling this a slobber knocker. I don't disagree with him. That is one of the rare times that is 100% perfect way to explain the events that we are seeing unfold before us right now. Oh, and right now, looking at the scores, Dern was ahead in that first round. The second round, a little bit behind, but this third round is going to be real dicey here, kids. Nice. Nice right hand there by Dern. I'm sorry, left hand. 1 minute left. Christopher James Velez yelling from the comfort of his own home. Keep on the body kick, Dern. Oof. Oh! Every time I see those elbows with Dern's face. Ugh. Jenna Fields is asking what happened. We are in the third round of the fight with Mackenzie Dern and Jenna Doroba. And Jenna Doroba is trying to hit a little bit of kind of an omoplata here. Dern not really falling for it, but she can't fully roll out of it because the cage is keeping her preoccupied. There's just 10 seconds here, and Jandaroba is trying to hit just a toe hold at this point, which I don't think you're going to get much traction with Dern. Eek! Well, it says ditch the takedown. Ditch the leg. A takedown is going to win the fight. Maybe. Omoplata and why. So, Trina Vening Fields. You know, we're at decision on the fight with Dern and Jana Doroba. We'll see exactly how that plays out in a second. It could be very close. It's going to be tough to score all the way around. I would love to hear your guys' scores. What is up? CTA Mayo 21 and Ekram. I would love to hear how you guys scored that fight because it was all over the place. It was dirty at times. It was grimy, but you know, oh, I think Mackenzie Dern was quoted as saying, "Think my nose is broken?" Question mark. No matter what the result that we see here tonight, I think one thing that you could say is Mackenzie Dern has proved her toughness. So that is definitely something that we continue to see out of her. Her fight spirit is always beautiful to see. All right, here we go. Christopher James Velez says, damn, I think Dern squeezed out this one. Great fight. Dern took it. Let's find the official results here. And the judges score it a unanimous decision for Jana Doroba, 29-28. Yeah, it's just Mike says Mackenzie all day. I mean, you know, I'm pretty okay with this. I think that it's going to be one of those things that ends up being okay for Mackenzie Dern and hold on. Mackenzie Dern wins. My apologies. I don't know that I said that correctly because there we go. Yes. And it says, nice, shocked with the unanimous decision. Oh, Mackenzie Dern coming in with the weird whatever ethnicity she is dance. Dern won. No, I corrected that. Thank you. You know, we'll take it, man. What's up, Alex? Well, we're about to hear Mackenzie Todd going over to Joe Rogan in a second. She went to go fist pump Dana, who didn't seem all that happy or concerned. But she went to go fist pound Joe Rogan as well before he's about to interview her. I mean, I guess Dern did do more that third round. It's just Mike said I walked away. Yeah, no, Dern got the win. We're very pleased with her. She put it on Jandaroba. This has got to be a huge win for her. It'll be great. What's up, Mike Frosto? Good to see you, bro. What is up, Sarah? Hopefully you're having a great day. Let's give you a recap of what Mackenzie Dern says in whichever accent she decides to use tonight. So Joe was saying, a lot of people didn't expect it to be a wild striking fight, but Frosto says just checking out my girl Dern. Yeah, she looked good. And so Dern saying, I remember listening to your commentary on my fight when I first started in the UFC, and you were saying I was throwing haymakers, and I'd like to think I've got a little bit more technical with my haymakers. I still think I have them. And Dern says she did think that her nose was broken. So Dern knew when her coach told her, yeah, you know, I don't think my nose is broken, according to her coach. But she goes, I know when he says that, when Jason Pearl says that, it means it's broken. And like she says here, Mackenzie says that she knows it was close. And she even shouts out Tisha Torres. And she says that she is happy with her performance, and in true Mackenzie Dern fashion, tons of smiles. Oh, that was in the Brazilian, and then a nice little piece at the very end of that. To our Instagram commentators, let me just make sure that you guys are okay with each other. Frosto claimed that Mackenzie is his girl. Frosto was given a warning shot from It's Just Mike that says that's my girl. So I would encourage you guys to battle it out via jiu-jitsu. Then we will submit you into a larger bracket. Um, we'll make a whole thing. Who gets a shot at Mackenzie Dern, even though, technically she is preoccupied. So it's really just for shits and giggles. And it is kind of sexist, but, like, it's what we do. Jiu-jitsu is really sexist, so we're good. We're going to be fine. Great commentary, Raf. Thank you very much. I will keep going. We're going to make it through these next two fights. And just to answer a question that was presented a little bit earlier, Trainer Vening Fields asked, who up next? It is going to be your co-main event coming up next with one, Tony Ferguson and Charles Oliveira. Very excited for this match. I almost think that this is the match that solidified the $65 that I paid for tonight's broadcast. I don't want to say that this is one that we really felt like paying $64 for. It's what happens, When you're a true fight fan and you watch every week and you do one of these broadcasts, you look up and you go, oh, that does not look like worth $65, but I guess that's what we're going to pay for. And look at this. Jit's mom coming in true 10B fashion, saying she is rooting for the Ferguson. I have to agree. I hope that Tony pulls it off here tonight. And I love that. Another 10p style endorsement here saying Ferguson all day. I like this note that I didn't see earlier from Christopher James Velez, who chimes in and says, oh, her accent is better. Look at this, though. So much love for Adam, aka MMA Roasted, getting a comedy special on UFC Fight Pass. So Throwing Punches with Adam Hunter is going to be coming up very soon. Adam is in the true vein of Don Rickles. Just he roasts with love. He is a machine with his jokes. He has always been super nice to us here on the broadcasts. So I cannot wait for him. Kind of weird to have a comedy special on UFC Fight Pass. But, well, first of all, Christopher James Velez, I hear what you're saying. What is this comedy special? First off, MMA Roasted is a friend, so relax. Second of all, I guess that's what we do now. I mean, look at how many people are on fucking, Netflix. Schulte got a special on Netflix. He does monologues and he's funny. So good for him. So I'm not going to hate on him, man. I'm not going to hate on Schulte for getting a Netflix special. We endorse those who get specials. We hope that they do well with them, and we hope it's funny. And Adam Hunter is always bringing on MMA fighters. I know behind the scenes he has an MMA Roasted podcast, and he's been like a mentor to a lot of these guys who've tried comedy. When you are a high-profile person and you try comedy for the first time, you tend to get a lot of audiences that give you a very nice, like, oh, they're funny, print shop. But then there comes a point when you want to know, are you actually funny? Adam Hunter is a guy who has helped with those guys and has brought them up and has mentored them and has given them advice. So he is very much an ally with our community. He also is a wrestling coach. Very, very good one as well. And he created a mini web series called Pinned, about kind of like a Bad News Bears version of wrestling. So I have all the support and love in the world for that guy. Again, you can go check out years ago. He was on the Verbal Tapcast many, many moons ago because I saw what he was doing. I said, yo, I like what he's doing. And he's continued to blow up since then. Oh, all right. I'm looking to see, who do you guys have? I got over here still Ferguson. Look at this. Ferguson all day. Ferguson. I'm looking to see if anybody's not taking Tony Ferguson on this one. I might actually be surprised if y'all are not, if I'm being honest. I think a lot of people are rooting for Tony to come back into true fighting form. This is a good time to remind everybody, if you give us a like and a share on Facebook, we will give you a toast on air. That is how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on up here, news feed. And we're at the co-main event of UFC 256. Join in. Well, bam. All right, we have reminded the people. And seeing some notes. Just double checking here. Well, Tony Ferguson, we're going to have to see if Dan Hubler's picks prove to be correct. Let us put up what Dan Hubler sent us earlier today. He, of course, is on vacation, so he was nice enough to give us some notes. But he did send us his last two bets. So he did say on here, Oliveira at plus 3.5 points. So he's saying bet 5 to win 417. His argumentation here is as follows. He says Tony can be a slow starter and give up early rounds. If we look back at recent fight history, he obviously gave up the first round against Gagey, but he also lost the first round against Cerrone, Lee, RDA, Venata, Barboza, and so on. In fact, one could argue that the only fight Tony has won from bell to bell in the past 5 years was his second round stoppage over Anthony Pettis. And even in that fight, Pettis had his moments early when he was able to dictate the pace of the fight. Tony is the correct favorite here as he has been the more reliable fighter in the course of his career. That being said, this fight, it's likely to be a close one, and a split decision here would not be shocking. That being said, I'm taking the fighter with the free points at nearly even odds, no brainer. And that is Dan Huber's note that he sent to us. So just as a reminder, if you want to put in the bet real quick, here's the time to do it. Go for Oliveira plus 3.5, bet 5 to win 417. And more importantly, Dan has been on fire tonight. He is 2 for 2. There's 2 more picks. And just to let you know, he's also telling you to take Figueroa at the 5.5 points at $5 to win 217. So those are the notes from Dan. And before that next fight comes up, we will go over the reasons why, if you are so inclined, and also to help me kind of kill some time, because, you know, these things are fucking marathons and we're all on a fucking night. So that's what we got, fam. That is what we are doing here. Appreciate y'all. I've heard a lot of people loving that. And it says, why does Oliveira's entire corner have bleached hair? Well, the MMA math is telling you those with bleached hair tend to win. And these two, I don't know if you saw the face-off thing where they switched each other's face and put on the other one. Like, Tony had Charles and Charles had Tony's. They looked exactly the same. It was not very difficult to really move those faces, one might say. You almost got a mirror image. So between that and the bleached hair controversy, you gotta go a certain way. And what is up, Ninja Does You? Or Desi, I don't really know how to say that one. But welcome to the show. Happy to have you here. You're just in time for the co-main event. We are stoked for this. Even Anthony Showtime Pettis is hashtag ready. And that's pretty dope to see. All right. I'm putting up the last couple of reminders here to people. And then we are on our way here, kids. Ninja Dez. Thank you. It's hard to, you know, some people come in with their different accent marks. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to pronounce everything. Wabam. It says Fergie has a bleached hair guy in his corner. You know, hey, listen, dude. Them's the rules. I just know if somebody told me to bleach my hair, I'd probably ask them, are you sure? I have a rather large head, and I don't know that that would do well for me. But, you know, I guess if the team is, I can wear a hat, but it says, are we in the 90s again? Well, you know, I mean, there was the fabled rumor that Tony Ferguson was part of the Backstreet Boys years ago. So it's entirely possible. Hard to delineate. Bryce is saying, let's go Ferguson, but he's also saying, I see blood in our future. And Dane Donovan says that walkout song is so Tony. Who knew? I would have to agree, my friend. Tony definitely marches to the beat of his own drummer. Casey Blondo coming in right now. The esteemed Casey Blondo, which, by the way, congratulations to you. This man was breaking arms over at the Submission Hunter. Ooh, don't spit. Tony, I don't need you to drink water and spit it out to us. Ugh. Gross. Anyway, Casey Blondo, go catch it out on the Submission Hunter. Very proud of my friend. Good to see you, bro. Well, let's see how this plays out, kids. What's up, Chino? I like that Tony Ferguson sees that Charles Oliveira has bleached hair and he goes, fuck that noise. I'm going to shave my fucking head off then. I don't even need this shit. Chino, who do you got? Hit us up. You got Fergie? Chino, of course, truly giving us a 10p answer saying, Fergie all day. And I got a note here that says, appreciate the love, of course. And it says, guess we aren't doing COVID anymore. Christopher James Les. He's like the rest of this country, man. I can't be bothered with COVID anymore. And it says Tony spitting all over the octagon. What's up, Caleb, bro? How you doing, fam? And it says, you ever try the 450 North Brewing Colorado beers? I have. I did like those a lot. When I go to Kevin, which hasn't been for a while, but when I go to visit him, I just always tell him, give me all of the beers. Not some of the beers. All of the beers. So tonight I am drinking East Brother Beer Co. And, you know, it's okay. It's not the best. It is the Bohemian, what is this? The Bohemian Pills. And, you know, I mean, I've had better beers, if I'm being honest. But that is what we are doing. We're drinking that. We're toasting. We're now at time for co-main event, fam. And I am excited for this one. Let's hope Tony pulls this off. And if Charles Oliveira gives it his all and ends up getting the win, then Dan Hubler will be correct. 3 for 3 is at stake for him. Meanwhile, for the rest of humanity and us, it puts us into a weird element if we see Tony Ferguson prove and remind us what a monster he can be. And it said, used my son as a magic 8-ball. Said, kick once for Oliveira, nothing. Kick twice for Ferguson. He's going nuts. My unborn child is a prophet if Tony wins. Yeah, but are you going to blame him if he loses? That seems like an unfair sort of juxtaposition here. That kid isn't even coming to Earth. And you're going to be like, you already disappoint your dad. What is up, Saxon? And we're seeing right now Oliveira getting in some good cracks on Tony thus far in. A lot of people who I've talked to, just outside of the podcast, outside of everything that I do, they have been very curious as to Tony's performance. That was a beautiful kick there by Oliveira. Tony is feeling it. I think he might be a little bit in danger here right now. Ugh. Oliveira catching a kick. Tony trying to press forward. Now gets a good connection between those two punches that he lands. Ugh. Tony maybe trying to see real time if he can get any kind of response out of him. And Oliveira gets a slam down. Yikes. Okay. Things are looking exceptionally well for Charles Oliveira, who's smothering Tony Ferguson. I don't know that this doesn't invite a little bit of an open invitation for Tony to maybe utilize some of his own jiu-jitsu here, but you do see a decent enough of a job of Tony getting back here to one butterfly hook underneath and kind of hanging on for dear life with one overhook and one under. This could be very nice for him. He could potentially get a sweep here. Tony starting to kind of close his eyes, maybe channel his edgy barrage. I see what's up, Carlos. Happy to have you join us. And Oliveira, I think for the most part, maybe covering and smothering. Oh, God, he's putting that head pressure on Tony. And now we get the shoulder shrugs to go ahead and make things a little bit more nasty from this position. Eek. Oliveira now get in with a clean pass. Tony may be giving up a little bit more than he needs to here, as Oliveira, for a split second, has a very solid... he's not getting the arm triangle here. That's almost reminiscent of a no-gi Ezekiel for a split second. But yeah, I think Daniel Cormier was talking about the placement of the elbow here. Tony now underhooking both while mounted arms. And now Oliveira getting in some strikes from this position and trying to improve his mount position here. I would be very cautious to watch both your position become a little bit more compromised in these positions here. And you will see him make some solid movement here. You will see Oliveira very content with spending the next minute 40 if he has to in this very dominant position. Gets in a beautiful elbow here while Tony wraps him back up, pulls him back down. Most people would maybe start even trying to attack the elbows or even attack the arms Tony trying to bridge out now. Gets an elbow for his efforts. Oof. I mean, Tony's being so elusive at this point. It is hard to really get a firm series of hits here, but this is proving to be a very dominant round for Charles Oliveira. It says Tony's record is 26-4. Wow, Tony will be 37 in February. I agree. And also, this is nice striking, nice takedown. Don't you stand them up. And it says, this is a masterclass in mount. I really wish my mount was as constructive as this one. This is not only good to do when you have somebody who has solid jiu-jitsu as well, but it's a really, really great position for MMA with all of the elbows and the things that you know with the scar tissue from the fights that Tony has had in the past can really prove to be helpful later in the fight. So this is not only a nice masterclass in mount, but the attacks that you can do in MMA. Tony almost giving up his back, almost here with a gift wrap, but nope, does not get it. Just with, I think, a little bit of time left in the first round. We're going to go to a second, and I don't know exactly what your corner is going to tell you. If you're Tony Ferguson, there's an armbar here. I think Tony may tap. Fuck, dude. Oof. The last seconds. Tony does not tap, but man. Oh. Look at this. Armbar. How did he stay in? I was saying a little bit earlier that when you are Tony and you underhook both of your arms underneath, you do leave an armbar attempt there for your opponent. I don't think that was part of the plan for Charles. I think he literally wanted to smother and keep him in that position. And towards the end, you saw that he has a pretty solid armbar there. I think the only thing that might not have finished it out was just the knee pinch, just the fulcrum a little bit more. But I mean, it was extended and it didn't look great. But we're going to show the replay of it. And yeah, I mean, listen, dude. That's a pretty good amount of armbar coverage right there. Kalma says, slow start for Tony, LOL, to say the least, dude. I think Tony knew he was short on time, and after the 10-second clacker, figured he might as well just eat it, but that might be a huge gift for Charles Oliveira. We'll have to see how much it goes. It says, how did Tony's arm not pop? I don't know that it did or didn't. But it's not a position I would ever really envy being in. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Tony coming in, unsurprisingly, with a few kicks, which understandable. Tony is, man, Tony's a monster, dude. Second round, good kick there, and I mean, looking at the way that Charles Oliveira was already leading on those kicks as well, I won't be surprised if Oliveira decides to take him back down. Oof. Oh, beautiful takedown there by Charles Oliveira. Tony maybe trying to use his legs here. I think he realizes this might be a golden opportunity if he's able to make some kind of rubber guard work from here. But Oliveira very, very nicely working to pass the guard here, trying to take out and control the legs. If he can maybe control the hips a little bit more. I think Tony had an up kick here. And very quickly, so is it that, and you're asking what the stoppage is for, it could be that they're both, let's see what it says here. Waiting for the words to come from the commentary booth for this one. Interesting. They're talking a grounded opponent here. Yes, you did get your blood, Bryce. That is correct. All right. They continue, and you see Oliveira still trying to control these strong ass legs. It is hard to get anything there. But yes, Bryce asking, Jesus, man, that armbar. Absolutely. That armbar was very difficult to really find your way to work out of. And now Tony trying to climb using the cage here. You could see the referee just looking to see if the feet are on the inside of the cage, but it's not on the inside 100%, and it's not illegal until somebody stops you. And you have to really be careful of how much you're getting folded here in relation to how many times you're getting punched. Oh, these look like stiff punches from Charles Oliveira. And Tony may have a sweep that he could work from here. Yes, now he's going to almost use like a donkey guard, trying to see if he can maybe get in on the leg, kind of attacking it from that position. One of my friends likes to play from here a ton. Tony almost inverting, seeing if maybe he can try and get a knee bar, potentially, I'm assuming. And Charles Oliveira very receptive to it. And ooh, I think you just need him right straight in the stomach at that point. Oof. I mean, this is an awkward position, and that is really the way that Tony tends to make a fight work to his advantage. Ooh, nice elbow there from Tony. From underneath, Tony trying to maneuver his way to a leg. I mean, I don't hate this as a theory, but Charles Oliveira has been, thus far, blocking it super well. Referee trying to stay on top of it, make sure that nothing is going too crazy in this position. Oliveira biding his time, really trying to maintain pressure on one Tony Ferguson here. Yeah, he is keeping his legs out of any imminent danger here, and he is doing an excellent job. What is up? Anger Management 84. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. Now we're talking. By pinning that elbow, that arm down, and putting your knee over it, that is going to help him secure a pass here. And Tony continues to try and climb using that cage, brings in like an under control here. He might be trying for a choke at this point. It's tough. He is trying for that. You're mentioning a buggy choke. Yeah, it says Tony is too tough. The difference with the buggy choke in this situation, though, is Tony is very much utilizing his body as kind of a stopping maneuver, making sure that he doesn't absorb too much damage from here. But you are seeing Oliveira continue to bring in some punches from this place. It is mostly meant to just slow him down and not absorb too many hits in this particular position. Well, Joe Rogan talking about the potential submission. Correct. Everybody here an expert at buggy chokes, but the only difference is he doesn't actually have the leverage in this position. He's underneath, and I mean, Tony Ferguson's going to breakdance his way out of that position. Because why the fuck not? Ooh. Good elbow there. Kalma says Tony needs the finish. Yeah. MMA Fighting says 2 lopsided rounds for Oliveira here. All right. Third and final round here, kids. Let's see if Tony Ferguson can pull off what seems like the improbable, maybe not the impossible. But things are boding very well for Charles Oliveira going into the third round. But again, this is Tony Ferguson, who is a master of making shit weird. Back onto the striking. And, boof. Cannot say this enough here, people. This is A very solid fight for Oliveira. If you're looking at the differences between how these two are approaching this fight, you are seeing Tony where I don't know that you have a strategy. Nick Baldwin is saying 2017 for Oliveira. Ferguson needs a finish. I would agree. I just don't know exactly how Tony does get that finish. You're kind of hoping for either that Darce in the ground, an unconventional almost thing like a buggy choke there, but on the striking, Oliveira is proving very, very crispy tonight. Ooh, no. Tony thinking about a guillotine, but Oliveira dumps him pretty nicely and may slowly start getting to mount. Yeah, Oliveira, I think you're a guy that needs to establish side and then find your way into mount. Though I think there are a number of people that you probably have easily cruised into mount when you are slamming them to the ground. Tony Ferguson is somebody who almost regarding by just impressive instinct at this point. What is up, Dan? Look at you. Are you coming here to just acknowledge the fact that you could be very shortly, in potentially 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 for 3? No, this is so stupid. Tony's bleached too, mostly. He just cut his hair so that you didn't realize you're picking the different Street Fighter player at this point. Christopher James Velez says, Oliveira is doing great. Why did I respond to Dan like that? Because Dan put this comment. It says, don't bet against bleach blonde fighters in 2020. And he's straight back into the mount here. Tony Ferguson trying to cage walk again. Ooh, no. He has a triangle locked up here, and this is plenty of time to attack. There is an arm that is dangling here. At this point, I would argue he needs to take it. He is grouping them together. Fuck, dude, he lets it go. And I would say that triangle armbar could have been good night. Dan Hubler says, my mountain Wi-Fi in this so shit that I can barely watch this. I'm so sorry, man. It's a good fight thus far in. And it says, I wish my top game was a 10th as good as Oliveira. Don't we all, dude? I mean, most people would try and maybe feel like they might burn out on that triangle. I think Oliveira understood. He doesn't want to burn out any part of this. He might as well just take it on top. But I argue, I contend here, I think he would have had that armbar triangle. I really do. And it said, I thought he was going to take the arm. I think he figured that too, but he probably wondered. He's like, yo, dude, if this dude, like, Tony, almost going straight into that Darce. And this is what I'm afraid of for Oliveira, is just letting Tony find his way back into the fight, because Tony will continue to be durable. Tony will continue to fight for as long as he can. But Oliveira doing a great job smothering it continuously. What is up, C. Duenas? Good to see you joining us. I did see a note here that said Darce. And he's going back to that control. And again, he just doesn't have the right positioning for a buggy choke. It is usually a nice little trick here. Tony Ferguson trying to put in another choke attempt from underneath. Charles Oliveira wanting no part of it, but he does come up on top. And now, essentially gets F5 down to the ground very quickly. And there's a note that says, we need Eddie Bravo in his corner for this fight. I don't think you do. We've seen Tony have Eddie Bravo yell out some not great shit in the past. And it says, oh my God, climbing in the back. Fuck off, ref. They are working. What is up, Robert? And it says, Tony Ferguson is the type of guy who's willing to die in there. Absolutely. 34 seconds away from a very, very dominant win from Charles Oliveira. And Tony Ferguson's still trying to find something underneath there. And Oliveira once again trying to go to mount. And every time he does that, he almost gives Tony Ferguson like an extra lifeline to come back into the fight. Oof. And it says, could someone educate this ref? I mean, to his credit, at the very least, he hasn't stopped them. Tony Ferguson is also the type of guy to elbow you from underneath side control. Charles Oliveira. Like a beast, dude. God damn. J. Loesch says, I say Ferguson wins. I say your weed is good. He says, why is he calling for work? I think he's just trying to tell him, like, hey, I don't know how submissions work, but can you guys make them happen faster? And it said, last fight, Eddie Bravo kept saying, you're doing good. You're good, man. It says, please tell me you posted the promo. I think I did. I'm not sure. Oof. Ferguson won that shit, man. Oh my god. All of you fuckers from 10th Planet coming in. Fergie takes the uni decision. I think the actual thing you guys want to say is, don't worry, Tony's going to win this in EBI overtime. Fuck, dude. Beautiful takedown, though. I'm not sure if Tony ever lost 2 in a row. I like walk with me. I mean, did that show you how badass Tony was that he got out of it? I think it showed you how smart Oliveira was to not burn out and let him back into the fight by any kind of escape. Charles Oliveira apparently... Oh, he needs to put on a shirt. Dude, you had time to do that this whole amount that we were waiting. He was waiting for the OT rounds. Absolutely, dude. That's why he didn't let his arm break. Is that the mask or is that like... I mean, there we go. This is the international symbol for championship belt. This is I'm hungry. This is I'm Amelie. What is up, Seth? Good to see you. That's it. I'm going blonde. What is this rock? We're waiting to hear. I think that Trevor Whitman was trying to give an explanation of what the rock was. And he just goes, well, clearly, you know, he's saying he's going to be coming for the championship belt. And also, I don't know what the rock is about. Eek. Whew. That armbar is so money, dude. I mean, yeah, the feet crosser is a little weird, but that last bend toward the end. No bueno. Woo! All right, Chino 576 saying he's got Moreno. I'm not there yet. All right. It says, what a terrible night of picks for me. You never have a good night of picks. Joni, what is this? I'm sorry, Joe Rogan is getting a translation here. He is very excited with his glasses and blonde hair to let us know things have happened. One of my friends just messaged me and said, that last women's fight was fantastic. I always loved the ladies' power. Let's talk about the lack of magic from Malfoy, Disco Oliveira. Ugh. I don't know that that's the takeaway I would take from that fight, but okay. Chino says, same, I did horrible. And it says, fight of the night earlier. Yeah, sure. And it says, can Charles Oliveira beat Poirier, McGregor, and Gagey? Ugh. Eek. Wow. Joe Rogan definitely putting over Charles Oliveira here. Oliveira saying, who's beat him better than that? And Joe's like, I mean, nobody, dude. What's up, Javier? What is M. Lombardi? My stream's still frozen. I think we won, though. You did win. Congratulations, Dan Hubler. 3-4-3. The question is, will Dan Hubler be able to make it 4-4-4? Let's give him a moment before we get to that analysis. But just as a reminder, he was telling you guys to take the action on one Figueroa. Joe Rogan says it was an honor to call his fight. Cool. All right. Those of you on the main broadcast, you'll see this. Those of you on Instagram, I'm just going to describe to you the reasons why Dan says that you should take Figueroa negative 5.5 points, the negative 230. He's saying bet 5 to win 217. So, I want to tell you guys right now as we get to his fight analysis. I'm going to ask you to say who you think is going to win this last fight. And then in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and cover, let you know what you need to know. And it says, yo, 10th Planet San Diego won the Brown Belt Quintet. Oh, that's pretty dope, dude. Congrats to them, man. Our congrats to 10th Planet San Diego. I would love, where can people see that? Wait, are we allowed to see that? Because we don't know. It's like COVID, and I don't really know how the rules work right now. But if there's like a link for it, I would love to share that as well. All right. Here's Dan Hubler's notes that he sent me as to why you should take Figueroa. Now, some people are not believing the hype in Figueroa. Let me walk you through why Dan Hubler says you should take this action. Here we go. Figueroa is a destroyer at 125 pounds. He has been known to pick his shots in the past, and he has aggressively chased the finish in the last calendar year. Moreno is the undeniable number one flyweight contender here, but one cannot help but feel as though he's just a level below the current champ. Moreno lands slightly more than Figueroa at 3.01 strikes per minute to Figueroa's 2.79, but that statistic does not translate to power behind Figueroa's numbers. While Moreno's chin has held up well over the course of his 9-fight UFC career, his low accuracy at 35% will allow Figueroa to wait for the counter-striking opportunities he loves, and he will eventually sting him here. That is why Dan Hubler is telling you guys to take the action on one Davison Figueroa. So, that's it. Javier Vega just asked, did Tony win? No, he did not. He got dominated very heavily by one Charles Oliveira. He worked through some tough spots that I don't think most humans would be able to, but it was impressive, and we really do have to have some acknowledgement for the power that he has. But it says, I think Eddie will post later. There was no live stream. Got it. So that was at headquarters. Got it. And it says kind of like the 10th Planet qualifier for CJJ. Well, absolutely. I will look into watching that one as well. So anyway, that's the last bet that we got here. It's 3 for 3 so far for Dan Hubler. Can he make it 4 for 4? We're going to have to find out. So do not go anywhere. If you got time to put in that bet, you still got a few seconds. Throw that one in. Dan has already gotten you some money here tonight. Yes, we will see Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor as our next pay-per-view. That happens in 2021, God willing, that everything is way cooler and better in that calendar year. But as you'll see, Oliveira, Holland, Fiziev, all have paid out for you. Just saying, if you took Dan's advice, you would be up tonight by at least, what is that, about 1337 if I'm just doing quick math. It's not bad money. Or 34, my apologies. 1334 off of your, what, $15 investment right there. You could be making it a little bit higher here tonight at a clean, what's it, 15 bucks there, kids? That's some good money. So that's what I got for you. Chino coming in and saying, and I think he's saying what we're all thinking in our heads, which is, I am taking Moreno because he's Mexican. I'm simple like that. Understood. I don't disrespect or hate that. I've definitely gone with the who is closer to my Brown as a qualifier before. You know, the nice part about fighting combat sports, and we don't talk about this enough, is that it really allows you to kind of have some racism left. Because really, when you ask people, who are you rooting for? Some people will just casually say, oh, I'm going for this fighter. And it's like, but you're brown. And that guy's brown. And you've never voted for the white guy. Race war. Anyway, just an observation. But yes, Chino, very excited for that. Very pleased. That's awesome. Whew. The Strangle Squad, very funny. Bringing in an anime Tony time for the L. Solid point, LOL. Yeah, I think I've told the story a couple points or a couple times before, but I vaguely remembered. I think this was with Shad and Chuck Liddell were fighting, and I'm at a bar in Pasadena watching the fights, and somebody yells out as Rashad Evans is about to fight him, and they just go, "Do it for Obama!" I thought, what? So you could tell what the crowd was rooting for that night. And when Rashad Evans won, the crowd was, not pleased, to say the least. So that was a rough night. Anyway, very pleased that you guys are joining us. Tell me who you guys got, those of you who are not brown and bound by your race. I would love to hear who you have in this final. Do you agree with Dan? Do you believe Figueroa, this is his time and that he is dominant? Or do you think that young Brandon Moreno will use all of his heart power? Sorry, I don't really do the heart thing. There we go. Heart. All of his heart power to beat Deiveson Figueroa. Because, by the way, that was what they lined up when their press photo hit yesterday. And they were against each other and they're looking at each other. And you just see, like, Deiveson Figueroa pointing, like, meanwhile, Brandon Moreno's like, heart. Heart. Figueroa points at him like, you believe this, dork? And he just goes, more heart. Heart. I don't know if that taints your view as to who can win or who will win. It's what happened. So, there is that. All right. We are close to the beginning of this fight. Arnold joins us. What's up, Arnold? Hope you're having a great night. And it says, Hart was the most whack power in Captain Planet. Yeah, dude. It really is. It's kind of what I tell the kids who I work with, who compete. I go, yeah, Hart's nice and all, but you're not going to make Captain Planet with it. Like, you knew that the other powers, Earth, Wind, Fire, Water, that made Captain Planet. I'm pretty sure Captain Planet could actually form with just those four, but whenever they kept saying, like, Hart, it's like Captain Planet goes, hey, listen, guys, can we do a solid for this kid? He's got a, like, really bad life. I want to make him feel good, like he belongs, but clearly I'm going to come together. I'm just going to wait till he goes, Hart. That's just my thought. What is up, Silver Wolf? Glad you are watching along with us. So, we're coming up close on the end here. This is the last fight, guys. This is the last fight of the night. But I gotta tell you, man, as much as I love the era of Deiveson Figueroa, I like Brandon Moreno a lot, so I'm really not gonna be mad at, either one of these guys win here tonight. I'm going to be A-okay with the results. So, who knows? We'll see how this goes. I like that as I'm currently on air, my wife sends me a Baby Yoda meme. That's how you know Baby Yoda is a member of this family. Beautifully done. All right, kids. Last fight of the night. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. We enjoy you for joining us here tonight. We enjoy you for joining us every night. But tonight especially. It says, dude, the mariachi walkout. Yeah, absolutely. You do know my family would go ballistic if I walked out to mariachi music. And I thought about it. Well, Brandon Moreno has cut his hair with even darker looking bangs tonight, so he's definitely in a darker place mentally. All right, here we go. Last fight of the night. I'm also going to tell you guys what the poll result was on the official Verbal Tap poll. And it says, what's up with the mean mug? Well, dude, he's trying to channel it. Yesterday was all about heart. Today is all about murder. So that's probably it. 78% of respondents say they believe that Figueroa is going to win. Just to give you some idea of how it looks in comparison to the poll results that we received for everything else. We had here tonight it was earlier tonight we had 90% going for Dern, so that's how you know we're a jiu-jitsu podcast. 64% was going for Ferguson, so only 36% of you actually picked Fergie to lose that one. But yeah, Jandaroba only got 10% of the vote. Jacques Ray had 53%. Y'all were optimistic on that one. And then I saw this. Gain had 57%. Swanson 66. Fiziev had 42. And Tucker only had 39. So a little hit and miss here tonight with our fans. A little all over the place. Last couple have been actually pretty decently on the money. So it's been very interesting to watch how our fans have both gotten it right and not. Oh my God. The latest episode of The Mandalorian was amazing. Okay, so yesterday's, very good. I gotta say, they've been on fire this whole season. This whole shit has just been like, my brain explodes every time I go into work at a TV show and my friends are all geeking out about it. Like, it gives us extra life. Also, Davis and Figueroa walking out to the Mission Impossible theme song. And it says Gio won that shit because you're asking, how about the WNO card last night? Very interesting. A lot of people not happy about Gio losing that one. You know, I don't know, man. That's a tough one, dude. I feel like Gio feels very confident in his performance. And I think it's one of the ones where you look at it and you go, I really feel like he lost. So that's one of the unfortunate parts about that rule set. It says, need to watch Mandalorian. Anybody stoked for the Loki series? I'm intrigued to see what they do with it. I thought the preview that they did made it look pretty slick. So that'll be fun. Dude, Disney just literally put out 900 things that are going to take our money. Chip and Dale with Mulaney and Sandberg. You've got, Jesus, Hayden Christensen coming back as Darth Vader in a true web redemption. That's great. I like this. Christopher James Velez says, Mission Impossible walkout cracks me up. Dude, he styles and profiles. I'm all about the Davis and Figueroa era, man. He's good people. And it says, how about Roberto with that sick back take and Ty with that great performance? So I want to talk about, Ty, we just interviewed him last week. And getting to know Ty and Cade, I feel very secure in knowing what the future looks like in jiu-jitsu. So I'm pretty pleased with those kids. And I got to tell you, man, if you haven't seen that interview, go watch it. Or you can listen to it over on our Apple Podcast or Spotify. They're the future, dude. They're good and they got a good attitude, and you see where they win. What's up, Alma? And it says, yeah, the video game awards happen and they release the hounds. Dude, I don't know, man. It's a good thing. So yeah, Disney. What else did they say? They've got so many. They got like 5 different Star Wars series. I'm stoked, dude. Don't tell anybody, but I'm about to gift somebody a free Disney year of Disney Plus, and they happen to be a Star Wars fan because you know what? I think it's time. They haven't seen the Baby Yoda, and I'm like, yo, Baby Yoda the series is the shit. It legit is like appointment viewing in my household. We wait until we get off on Fridays, and we watch the shit out of it, and we'll probably rewatch both seasons. I'm pretty sure maybe 2 months after it comes out. So highly, highly recommend that shit. Obi-Wan is going to be lit. I agree, man. Ewan McGregor, arguably the best part of all the prequels. It says, I'm currently in San Diego visiting. Oh, that's awesome. San Diego is one of my favorite places to be. Love that town. All right, here we go. We are at the actual main event now. Woo. So I got to keep a little bit of this in here, just in case we have to toast. So that way you guys know I'm switching back to weird-ass grown-up Kool-Aid to finish out the night. Oh, it says, can we finally get Galvo versus Gordon and Craig Jones versus Josh Hinger? Yeah, Craig versus Josh. That's an interesting one. That's supposed to have happened a few times. What's up, Bertoplex? Galvo versus Gordon. Does anybody else get the impression that might not happen? I don't know, man. I always get a weird vibe about that one. And I legitimately think that the undoing of it is partially Gordon's fault and partially Galvo being weird about it. Gordon and Galvo at it again. Dude. I don't know, man. I mean, Gordon's whole work has been to try and antagonize Galvo. And it seems like the one person he can't antagonize into a match. And then they kept being like, well, make it $1 million. And they came up with, I think, a pretty good amount. I thought it was almost $300,000 at one point. I don't know, man. This whole shit's batty. Jiu-Jitsu is in a weird place where you have to bet on yourself in order to get these high-profile matches, which on paper sounds good. Tom Brady ain't putting up his own money for the Super Bowl. So, anyway, doubt it happens. The thing that I think maybe have a little more of a suspicion to the whole thing is recognizing that Galvo announcing he's going back to MMA. That's the one where I said, uh-oh. Yeah, I'm going to get dicey real quick. So anyway, fans, we're about there. Davison Figueroa looking nasty mean right now. It says ADCC might be the only one to make it happen. So again, I wondered if the MMA announcement was possibly a way to say, you know what, maybe I just don't want to do it. So it's hard to say. We'll have to see. It says Moreno for the win. Yes, we know. Brown people, blah, blah, blah. Bryce, welcome back. Thank you for your post. All of these Tony Time things are fucking money. Via Walls of Jericho. Don't. You got to hashtag WWEBJJ, fam. You can't just. You got to give me credit, dude. So anytime I see somebody put, woo, already with the kick. Figueroa, who's got, I think he's just yelling at him at this point. It says, wow, the champ is 20-1. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Eek! Figueroa almost goes for a takedown. Switches. Moreno does a great sprawl out of it. Good for him, man. Somebody was asking me earlier, what, if any, is the path for Moreno in this fight? And I thought, one of the things that we saw with Perez was he didn't really fear the takedown. So it's got to be the takedown. It's just seeing a very, very quick and wily game out of Deiveson Figueroa is going to be very difficult to contain. So that's been something that I've been very concerned about thus far in. But as you see right there, having no respect for the takedown game. It's been pretty nice. It's paid off for a little bit. The big mistake that you have was you had a wrestler who just didn't protect his neck well enough. And I think Moreno maybe a little bit more spry and aware of that. But I don't think he wants to stand and bang with him, dude. I think that he's a little nervous, and especially when he's getting the kicks that he's eating and he recognizes that range might be problematic. All right, Moreno, look at this. Look at this. Chino asking for Moreno to provide a win for the Mexican folk. And Moreno holding up some end of his bargain here. I'm intrigued. I like what I'm seeing out of Moreno, though. Ooh, nice kick. Doesn't really find a home. Blocked over by Figueroa. Ooh. Ooh. Good hook there to the body. Deiveson wants to make this just a war, dude. All right. I think we're learning a few things here. Number one, Brandon Moreno came to play, man. And Figueroa is now just trying to figure out, okay, where do I need to do the things that'll make this kid feel uncomfortable? Clearly, this kid is going to have an answer for my shot in, so I can't work those shots just yet. Oof, no! We got ourselves a fight indeed. Oh, look at this. Figueroa may not want to leave a stance that crisp, that stiff. Ooh, nice sweep there by Brandon Moreno. Using all the powers of his heart. So we've had certain people talk a little bit of shit about the way that Deiveson Figueroa, just the holes that they see. And I think that's an interesting thing. You can definitely find some holes in what it is that he does. I think it's just how he adjusts in real time and in such a quick fashion. I don't see a ton of people do that sort of thing. Ooh. Yeah. Deiveson can find the body a lot. And really, every time he does, he puts pressure, and you do see Moreno get out of there very quickly. He takes about one of those shots to the body, and they do not look like they sit well with him. And it says 125s bring it, even though they get no respect. Dude, I think things have changed for better or worse. If you really want to talk shit about what is this Triple C and all that nonsense, man. The game did change a little bit, man, and they're fucking exciting. And big ups fucking Mighty Mouse, man. It took me a while to get on the train with him, and it took me understanding, Mighty Mouse is at a level that, like, we just have to get behind. Oof. That was a good combination there by Moreno. I like the way he set up the kick. And it says, the champ has a full understanding of distance. Abso-fucking-lutely, my friend. Could not agree more with that stance. But we have to give major props to Moreno, who, honestly, even though he's still getting tagged on these shots, eek, yike. 10 seconds left in this first round, and you are seeing Moreno proved to be the Assassin Baby, proving to be a fun dance partner for Davis and Figueroa. To quote our friend Silver Wolf, put some respect on their name. That's some good shit, man. I'll tell you this, I was a little nervous to pay this much money, but Moreno is earning the dollars and cents as we continue to press on. I think you asked, how am I in the future? Weed. It's probably my best guess. I don't know. Let me see if I can fast forward this any. Yeah, I think I'm just a few seconds, a solid 30 behind. Dude, I'm literally landlined in, so this is just my cable. So deal with it. Hey, what's up, Bree? Oof. Beautiful work by the champ thus far in Moreno, proving he has lots of the heart. That's what we're seeing. I like this. Figgy just walking him down, and it says, wow, what a fight indeed. Eek. 31-21 significant strikes in favor of Davis and Figueroa. We go to the second round, and here we go. I look at Figgy fights right up in your face, asking you. That's a very good post by one. What is this? That's Ben Folks asking you if you want to play Punch Face. Is it the best way to be a long reigning champ? I'm not so sure, but it sure is fun to watch. Absolutely. I mean, Moreno almost seems to be working better under duress. It's just, how long are you going to be able to keep that up, dude? If that champ keeps connecting with you and keeps eating those shots to the body, if he connects one time with a liver shot, that is not going to be very pleasant for you. A nice kick to the outside leg by the champ. But baby, Assassin Baby, striking back on his own accords here. There is a lot of angry Espanols being yelled out by the outside corners. Anthony Pettis chiming in and saying that championship main event adrenaline hits different. Ooh. Ooh. Davis and Figueroa now just doing head movement and picking and choosing his shots. No hands up to protect himself. He wants to make this just savage. I think he doesn't care if he wins or loses just based off of this. He wants to make this an epic fight. Respect the shirt, by the way. Thank you very much. Our good friends Sub Spectrum. They have a new design, by the way, which I'm pretty pissed about because I don't have a shirt for that yet. But yeah, of course, Sub Spectrum was trying to do a solid, nice takedown here by the Assassin Baby. And when Sub Spectrum saw... Oh. There's an eye poke there. Man, is there ever an opportune time to say break it up? That was it, because I think you wind up Davis and Figueroa. He would have tried to put the hurt on that poor blind kid for a split second here. Yeah. So the story goes, I believe a promotion by the name of... I don't think it was BJJ Stars, was it? One of those. They put on an event, and it turns out they had a number of people that were pretty prominent grapplers, and they didn't pay them. And Subspectrum and Josh the Duke stepped up, and they were finding out ways that they could raise money, and this shirt was one of the ways, and I immediately went to go buy it because I'm like, you know what, dude, that sucks, man. I hate when you hear it so many times in grappling when really dumb things happen. Yes, it was Substars. Thank you very much. That shit pissed me off. Woo! Figgy Smalls hitting in these elbows, and ooh! What a scramble here, man. Ooh. Yeah, all right. I'm good with these guys taking my money now. Yeah, they're earning every bit of the $64. I was hesitant. What is up, Coconut 182? It feels like the longer it goes, it might favor Moreno. I don't know. I don't know that that's a true hood. I think that right now you're seeing Moreno stepping up to the plate. I think the other thing that we have to put respect on is the amount of damage you are seeing Moreno take. Beautiful counter by the left of one Brandon Moreno. It's very interesting. It's like almost two animals making head movements to try and better understand one another. There's very few strikes being thrown within the past minute, but there's a lot of head movement that they're almost trying to understand what the other is capable of. Very animalistic is, I guess, a great way to put it, Raph. I never thought I'd be here saying shit like that, but you know, lo and behold, here we are in 2020, my friends. Oof. Figueroa probably does not want to keep his hands down like this the entire fight. And it said, yeah, Josh is a great guy. Love their event. Tackett beat Wills and Aaron Harris. Yeah, Substores had Gordon versus Tex, and they didn't pay anyone. And to imagine, I thought that was one that was supposed to have Gary Tonin versus Dustin Poirier or something to that effect. They were supposed to have a big name. And then I thought it was supposed to be Gordon and somebody else. Like, just absolutely absurd. It's just ridiculous. What's up, Woods? I think I have to do one more toast of Woods if I actually am being honest here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. I think he's saying his eyes fucked up right now. Oof. If there is ever a time you need to get a takedown, young man, this is it. Moreno responding in kind. And you are seeing, Figgy underneath getting in these nice elbows. Figgy almost finds his way up to guard, and Moreno tries to get in a kick. There is 19 seconds before he gets a little bit of a rest for hopefully what is making his eye. I can't tell if he just can't see. Oof! Well, he can see well enough to connect on a 1-2-3 combination here. Almost hitting on the back of the shoulder here. A beautiful fight for both of these fighters. Wow. All right, I want to know who you thought win that second round. Of course, the Mexican guy is going to say Moreno wins the second, but we know we cannot trust his judgment because he is voting from the depths of his racism. So for the rest of you, I would love to hear your non-racist or your woke takes. Tell me in the comment section. Let's get a consensus here because I think that Moreno, he might have pulled ahead on that one. But I can't prove it because the countering was still super good. He does get the takedown as well, which might factor into a little bit more of the scorecards. But yes, a lot of people, even the UFC is telling you to drop some scorecards to let them know how you're seeing it go. More K. Okay. Okay. Ah, there we go. Just more Ks. A very interesting way. Errolwani saying it's 1990, 1919. Yeah, you got the two takedowns. I hear you. Listen, I just want to point out, I can't hear you with your racism, bro. No. This is 2020, man. I'm not trying to get canceled. Be a very telling round for both of these gents. Ferguson connecting. Oh, beautiful catch of this. And he has the champ running. They literally almost just bounce off like cats. And you see Davison has Moreno just wobbling at this point, right back to the liver shot. And he does seem to eat it. Oh, nice kick over there by Moreno. Chino saying, this is getting wild. I would have to agree, bro. Aha. Yikes. What is up, B Dits? Hope you're having a good UFC 256 main event. We are. Ooh. Yo, let me just say this right now. Davison Figueroa literally leapt into an elbow that he was throwing in the face of Brandon Moreno. He lost his own balance. That's how much shit he's putting into some of these strikes. Rogan is saying that Moreno was a little bit hurt with that body shot. He's going to probably get this third takedown here. No. Instead, he has double unders, a good body lock. He's pressing him up against the cage. We'll see if he's able to get him down in just a second. To quote Chino576, this shit wild, yo. Paraphrase. I added my own emphasis because I'm a gangster. And as we watch this last 3 minutes of round number 3, I want you guys to know we aren't even at the halfway point just yet. It's this Figgy is swinging for the fences. Absolutely, dude. Figgy wants to try and get one of those beautiful knockout moments, his walk-off home run, if you would. Moreno doing a great job of finding his moments, coming in, and just kind of batting out again. Oof. But now we're starting to see, look at the whiffs on them. Figueroa is 60% to Moreno's 43%, 70 of 117, and then some other number that makes a lesser number. I didn't see the exact idea. A couple of those jabs didn't look like they had too much heat, but it looked like he was trying to set up something better there. Figueroa, very wise to it, just kind of shrugs it off. Now we're at the halfway point of this fight. Oof, you are seeing a little bit heavier breathing by Davis and Figueroa now at this point. Woo! Yeah, I do see Moreno starting to breathe a little bit heavier now. If you do see a couple of these shots go to the body again by Davis and Figueroa, I think that might be the strategy to go with at this point. God, nice hook there. Oof. Oh, no. I like that you just said that hurt me. Yeah, we don't need that right now. Fight of the night, absolutely, dude. I mean, that's even the nut shot of the night. That's how intense this has been going on. JMI Fit Coach BC Liddell, thank you for joining us. We are watching the final fight of UFC 256 that is thus far in, just at the halfway point, a barn burner. This is fucking everything you hope a main event fight will be, especially in the championship rounds. If I'm Moreno, you gotta take those full 5 minutes, dude. Fuck everybody else in the world and just take a breather. I do think he might have been losing this third round, so if it means that he needs to take this to absorb a little bit of more recovery time, then do it. Bryce shows back up to say, Jesus, manas her from that. Yes. Oh, yep, no. Is he saying take baby steps? That's the way to get over a nut shot like that? Ugh. We'll give him 6 minutes, John Anik says. In one of the funniest things that Anik has maybe ever said on the call. What's up, Chance Snyder? Good to see you. Oh, what, bruh? This fight is going to get wilder. Absolutely, dude. Oh, no. Finds out when you hit Brandon Moreno in the nuts. He kind of wants death revenge on all this sort of shit. A little bit of a knockdown here. And you're going to see, oof, just a double unders pass here. That's how Brendan Moreno is stuck to this. I mean, he must have been watching a little bit of one Tony Ferguson. Oh, Moreno just being a fucking monster finds his way back, peeking up, making that little TP to kind of get there. And you could see that Ferguson, Davison Figueroa, as he tried to cup the back of the leg to bring him back down, didn't accomplish it all the way through. Ooh, I wonder how Moreno's nose feels right now. Good kick. Ugh, what a slap right there. Eek. Nice crack there by Moreno. Yeah, that's a good strike to have. All the way toward the end. Clackers mean we are now going to see a fourth round of this magic fight. Behold us. You know, it's kind of weird. It's like 2020's ending. And you can see all the best fights of the year being named. And this fight is telling you, whoa, 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 we're not done yet. Let's finish this one and let's see where we're at the end of this. Oh, the point deduction. Yikes. We'll have to see how this plays out, kids. What is up, Strangler Limitado? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you guys all walking in, having fun. We're gonna, we got 2 more rounds potentially of this fight, and it has already been a fucking blast. Should Jacare go back to BJJ after that loss? Yeah, that's what I was claiming, dude. I tried to make that argumentation for years. I'm good with it. Otherwise, that motherfucker's going to Bellator. Like, if they're clearing house and getting rid of a whole bunch of fighters, I feel like he's got to be on that chopping block, right? That's what you do with jiu-jitsu fighters. Woo! Nice flying knee there by Figgy Smalls. Yeah, I mean, if Davison Figueroa is on his money here, if I'm him, dude, I'm still trying to get these knees and these elbows and these shots to the body. Yep, he's coming in with the Anderson Silva Matrix hands, which we have seen with him before. Now a little wax on, wax off, poetically. Nice little catch there by Moreno, who finds it on the counter. Ooh! That was great. Oh, he is finding his range right now in the 4th round. This is absolutely an important round for Brandon Moreno. And now you start to wonder, can the kid even things out? If he was behind, can he still come up with it here? And it says Moreno is finding a home for the left hook. He has been, absolutely. Yeah, there's a little bit of a stance that I'm not loving from Davison Figueroa, and we've been talking about this consistently. Woo! Moreno again stuffing every one of these takedowns. Essentially bum rushes him over to the edge of the cage. This is going to be Brandon Moreno's best opportunity to maybe make the argument he should be taking this fight. Just to let you guys know, it has now gone to 10 p.m. for a 5-5 round fight with 5 fights on this UFC pay-per-view card. We should be done by now, and I am A-okay that we are still in fight mode with, what, 8 minutes of time to work here. Brandon Moreno, ooh, he was in control, and Davison Figueroa just clips him and stocked him, slaps him back to the center of the octagon, going straight to the body, almost inviting just an exchange that might get batshit crazy at this point. And it says, more ain't no fool. Oh. Wow, I know Kev loves to talk shit about the kids at the at this weight category, but oh my god. Ooh. Oh, shit. He is putting it on. Davison is not looking okay right now. He is close. Davison Figueroa is making this a very, very nerve-wracking moment where his stance, I mean, dude, he has been rocked, and yet he is not keeping his hands up here. This defies not just logic, but reason. What the fuck? Holy fuck. And I see here it says more a no, fool. Dude, don't tell me how to say my fucking Espanol. I say it however the fuck I want. And it says, bro, OM effing G here. This is 100% going to be Moreno's round. But the question is, can he do enough to maybe knock out the Figgy Smalls right now? Whew. Yeah, I don't love every point. This has been the way he's been fighting the whole way through, dude. This shit gives me fucking anxiety when I see people who should be outclassing people and get a little bit pressed and challenged, still continuing to disrespect all aspects of this. Mm. All right. Now we're seeing Davison being challenged. He gets another opportunity to press him up, but he gets taken down. And this is again Moreno's huge opportunity here. He has 1 minute to work in this fourth round of five in a dominant position. And he's trying to posture. That's a. Oh no! Don't do. For a second, Moreno was like, is he going to try and poke me in the eye again? But look at that. That's a beautiful frame. I wish we would do that in jiu-jitsu more often, where you could frame and then hit with an elbow. Would if I could. And you know those people who have those really fucking pointy elbows whenever you're rolling with them and they make you super pissed? That's the shit that fucking... That's why when I see Chino coming in here and saying, I can't even sit down. I understand, dude. I am legally obligated to sit down while doing this broadcast, otherwise y'all can't see me. Ben Folks chimes in and says, this fight, what a ride. Oh no! Wow. 10 seconds left in round number 4, and this has been a huge round for Brandon Moreno, and my god, what a fight of the year. Yeah, I mean, that stuff I'll talk about or think about later, but for right now, I'm just on fucking cloud 9 enjoying what we're seeing here tonight. Eek. All right. 5th and final round. I'm also now telling the guy who I kind of vaguely said, you know, maybe you don't have to order this one. Just because we're all thinking, like, what do I want to pay 64 bucks after, 27 to 27 on the strikes in that last round. Wow. Meanwhile, Moreno was ahead in round number 3, and rounds 1 and 2, you had Figueroa as ahead. We'll have to see how this goes. Brazilian and Mexican going at each other for your viewing entertainment here, friends. Let's see what happens. It says, I wish we could have more than one more round on this. I don't know, man. I'm pretty content with letting these guys live, if they happen to live after this fight. 4 minutes 33 seconds on my clock. Hopefully that's yours. What is up, Otamar? Very, very encouraging to see these signs coming at. What a great moment for Brandon Moreno. And it says, damn, Moreno is doing an amazing job with the takedown. I would have to agree. And we are back. We're seeing Davison maybe knowing that he may not be the winner of this fight if he just continues to put an output out there like he had in that 4th round. I think he knows he has to make up for a huge possibility that the scorecards might be all over the place, especially at 27-27. Moreno looking pretty fine in terms of, like, I think my level of commitment and execution here is just a-okay, because I have been consistent on my pace. I've taken a number of strikes, but dude, he's still in this game, and he could very well, as our good friend Chino says, Moreno for the win, come on. Oof. Kind of hobbles him a little bit with that hook, but it's more like it hit part of the forearm than anything else. Oof. So here's what we're seeing right now. I was very much in on the era of Davison Figueroa as being a dominant champion. I'm willing to give that up for a fighter in this category who, through some sort of resiliency, when challenged, finds a way to win. I'm okay with that. God, dude, just think about the amount of years of life you might be losing in a fight like this. Last 2 minutes, 30 seconds of this round and fight all in one. Woo! I love every part of this, y'all. All right, hopefully you guys are enjoying this fight. Nice kick there by Davison. Moreno catches it. Oof. Davison trying to counter off of every single thing that Moreno has thrown. And Moreno, dude, do not leave yourself open with him, man. This is way too insane. It says, will Ryan Hall get a fight anytime soon? Definitely not in 2020. I don't know, man. I feel for the guy. He's doing as much as he can to market himself a fight, and apparently people don't want to fight him. I understand. Nobody wants to get heel hooked and put on the wrong side of that as a clip. But who knows, man? I would like to see him get a fight maybe in February if we can. Whoa. Moreno slipped up on his own accord. Pretty sure they're yelling out muerte, which essentially is meaning kill him. Oh, I hear you now. Yeah. Rogan is saying that you could tell that almost after every punch, he's putting the arm back into place here. So that, I guess, is in respect to an injury that might have been sustained throughout this fight. This round was the cool down. Well, I mean, dude, they earned our pay. I'm good with them. These guys stood and banged for a good amount of time. Moreno, I guess we'll have to see what happens in the next 34 seconds here, guys. Because even pushing him against the cage does look like a nice aggression. I don't know that it's going to be enough to make the judges really give him the full fight. Although, I'm not going to be mad if they do. I'll say this right now. I'm good either way. Oof. Ooh. Oh, well, that might be good enough. Ugh. Why would you continue to hit me? Davison Figueroa looked like he was going to walk away and be like, you bitch. Chris Luna asking me, who do you have winning, big dog? What a question. Normally I'd just say, what the fuck? Who cares? You know? I think Davison Figueroa is going to win. I think Brandon Moreno is going to solidify his spot as either an immediate rematch or as somebody who will have established himself as a UFC star in this one. I think both outcomes will be good for the UFC. They've been quietly building him. He does telecast with Master Vic. He's usually on the Espanol version of this. That kid should earn every element of our respect. So if he ends up losing, I got you. T-Mac Fury says, and Christopher James Velez says, damn, I think Figgy lost because of that point deduction. It is theoretical if that point deduction becomes a factor that it could be a tie. So it could be a draw. But I do see here Silverwolf that says, no matter what, it will be a split decision probably. Who's to say? There were no losers there. Yeah. What a fucking great moment. I don't know. Who'd you have winning? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that one, my friend. I laid it all out for you, my thoughts, my reactions, but I'm gonna tell you, dude, this was an incredible fight to watch. Love great fight as a comment. Whew. Yeah. Eek. All right, we're waiting for the official results here. I just want to say thank you guys so much. I might do a toast to that. I know we normally do a toast to those who get finishes within regulation, but I feel like that's such a fucking good fight. We gotta respect it. ESPN even saying there are no losers in this fight. Davis and Figueroa feeling the funk, dancing a little bit. Let's see what the reaction is here, kids. Your results are as follows. Forty-seven, 46. Figueredo. 47, 47. 47, 47. Majority draw. Yeah. I get it. Point deduction. Oh, Dana's very happy. Wow. Brandon Moreno goes over to try and shake a hand for Davis and Figueroa, who's a little preoccupied staring up at the ceiling. Chino says rematch for sure. I'm there. Davis and Figueroa, very emotional right now. I mean, Joe saying he can't argue with the decision. Joe's doing the same thing we were doing, which was, I don't know, bro. Like, some shit happened. Joe Salicki says, genius idea. And this is in response to Mike Heck, which is co-champions. I'm down. Figueroa gets the belt Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Moreno gets Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Well, who gets Sunday? Ben Folks, majority draw honestly feels pretty right. I mean, that was what I was saying towards the end. Fucking point deduction. Well, one person here who's not happy about it is the gentleman who ended up going 3 for 4. Unfortunately, Senor Dan Hubler, so close, man. They're going to interview both. Good for him. They're going to interview Moreno. Joe's asking if the arm is okay. All right, Chino. Have a great rest of your day, bud. His shoulder's okay once they pop it in. So he's saying, oh, he threw too many jabs too hard that his shoulder started to feel it. Dana's apparently quoted as saying this is the best fight in the history of the flyweight division. Sure. Joe is making the argument. You know, you took him down. You did some great things in there. Did you think you did enough? And he says he knows the fight was super close. And he says he knows he's fine. He'll go back to the gym next week. He also says he knew the fight was close. And Joe's putting him over, saying, listen, dude, what you did was incredibly indicative of skill and talent. Aw, very nice. Silver Wolf, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you, Chino. We're going to close things up in a second. I'll do a toast here, but I very much appreciate y'all showing up and giving us some love here tonight. We do this every week, so don't go anywhere. You know that you can always find us. We have a great time on these things. I think Brandon's saying we needed that rematch, and Joe made the argument. He's saying for the sport, yeah. Joe pays him some respect, and Brandon Moreno takes off the headset, which means we will likely hear from Davison Figueroa in just a few seconds. After we hear from him, give a short little summary of what's happening. What's up? I'm Fluffy and I'm proud. Such a great name. We will then do a cheers, and we're going to close up this bitch in a few minutes. But good lord, that's so fucking crazy. What's up, Luis Diaz? What a great fight. Let me see here. Figgy has to go. Draw. I see a cheer sign. I see immediate rematch. I totally believe with that. What is up? Yo, it's a Carlos. Dude, Moreno is legit. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Christopher James Velez. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you watching along. You've been a soldier coming through and having fun with us tonight. All right, some summarizations of what they're saying to Davison Figueroa. Joe's asking, did you think that you did enough? And they're getting some feedback as they translate it for him. And it looks like he's wearing like his championship hat. Ugh, feedback's terrible. The championship hat that they gave him makes it look like he won a Super Bowl in the early 1990s. We should have an answer very shortly as they do the translation. So for sure, I felt like a champion in there. He had an infection in his stomach. And he was there till 2 a.m. Said, hopefully I did a good job. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. Holy fuck. Joe's asking about the lost point now. And he said, do you think that that was warranted? Let's see what he says in response to this. But that's incredible news that he was already sick to his stomach like that. I like that somebody in the comment section said excuses in response to him being in the hospital with an infection. What a fucking stupid comment to say. And to his to his credit, he definitely is putting over the referee and saying, you know, the referee did his job. I accidentally did it, and he said, you know, hey, listen, I fought all 5 rounds, and I thought it was a great performance. Gene Katz asks, how about Cub Swanson? How about him, dude? Wow. I'm going to put this up so everybody on our Instagram can also see how incredible this is. That is part of the story, the legend of this fight. What a fucking moment, dude. All right, here we go. Last few seconds, smiles. We're going to get a translation from him in just a second. You know, he said he was able to make weight in 20 days. He was able to come back there. But now, obviously, he needs to make some time with his family. And they give him his due props. Last quotation from Figgy Smalls here, and then we will start to wrap things up. And we're coming up just short on time here on Instagram. And he says, listen, anytime I get in there, it's always going to be a show. And you know that you're going to get something to watch when every time you see me step into the octagon. Wow. Well, listen, we have a rule, which is we normally give toast to those who get a fight finish. But I want to do a special toast for that fucking main event. So I'm actually going to put this on our Instagram right now. Just so I can, man, I don't even want to waste a second on this one. So, as per tradition here on the show, we give cheers to those that get fight finishes within regulation. However, we will make an exception for Brandon Moreno and Davis Figueroa, which, holy shit, talk about a fight. That fight was so good. I want to watch it again. I obviously want to see that rematch. I'll watch that rematch 3 times over, and it's even more epic in knowing that Moreno had his shoulder injury and that Figueroa also went to the hospital yesterday until 2 a.m. What an incredible moment. Just cheers to those guys for putting on a hell of a fight. So cheers from them. Check out our fight companion and check out the next installment of Verbal Tap. We'll see who won over under Kevin. Wow. All right, guys. So, hello. Valente GB72. Hi from Slovenia. Wow. Steven Rosales coming in and saying, what a fight indeed, dude. I still can't believe what it is that I saw. I almost told one of my friends not to order tonight. I still don't know that he did. He might have done a crack stream. Who knows? But I made the argument, you know, we've paid for so many of these things. And towards the end, I said, hey, man, find a way to watch this card. It might be really fun. Deserved. We saw some great fights here tonight. What's up, Chewy? And, man, I'm super stoked. I'm also very happy we're going to have Sam from Southpaw Podcast come back on Verbal Tap. Tomorrow we have Luis Quinones joining us on the Grappling Hour. We're going to talk to him about his epic win over at Submission Only Series. We've got another one of these that we're going to do next Saturday because we're here every single Saturday and we have not stopped. Because what do I tell you guys? The underground don't stop for hoes. And that's a promise and a commitment that we make to you every single week. All right, guys. Again, love to our sponsors, NogiBJJGear.com. Use the promotional code GRAPPLINGHOUR15. Save 15% off of whatever you put in your cart. Also, give some love to Dodgy Collective. Go check out their stuff. Also, go check out, I don't know, our friends over at Manscaped. If you want to get their electric little razor or any of their other products, you can use the promotional code Verbal Tap for Manscaped, and you get 20% off. And I'm sure that's a great holiday gift to give. Look at this. Valente GB, great content. I appreciate that. It warms my heart. Makes me feel happy. So, on behalf of everybody on the Grappling Hour, which is really just me, and everybody who joined us in the comment section all night, y'all are family. You know I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.